Okay. You guys can hear me now, right? What's going on, man? I don't know what's going on here, right? But guys, what's going on, guys? Guys, put a one if you can hear me, okay? I think everything should be fine. But guys, you see the new background, guys. We're gonna start with the 304 News Network, guys. I'm gonna have I'm gonna start doing the 304 news, maybe like daily or something news. Because I'm making like an animated intro for 304 news. Okay, here, guys, as you see, you see, you guys for all you guys who didn't see the back. Yo, that's hilarious. Oh no! So guys, we're gonna start court. So we will do uh courtroom madness on Thursdays. But guys, I'm gonna start the Thursday lives with some news stories. So guys, this will be the 304 News Network. It's even more hilarious when I say it out loud. Oh man, Adam Schrader, what's up, man? Rage Eyes here. What's going on? What's going on? Good to see you, man. As usual, good to see ya. Let's see. Who did I miss so far? A medical. How's it going, man? Lenny, what's up, man? Hey, Lenny, dude. Hit me up in Discord. Add me as a friend on Discord, man. I was trying to find you so that I can send you a link. This guy made a really cool 40K animated video of the Raptors chapter kicking the crap out of the Eldar, which is pretty sweet. So, Adrian, what's up, dude? Daniel's in the building. Steve is here. What's up, man? I don't even know how to say this. Service, what's up, man? Cerveza? Leno, what's up, man? Long time. Water Stars here. Guys, what's going on, guys? Good to see you. Now, guys, we have a couple stories. Guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find like 3 or 4 good stories and just find all the clips for the whole trial and the whole story, right? So these are just some clips that I found, guys. But of course, we have the race card out, right? Because we can't have this is 3 and N without without some B dubs, right? Now, guys, I'm gonna drop the link early, because this live won't be that long, guys. I have to be up early tomorrow morning, so guys, I'm gonna drop link, guys. Don't be shy. Come on up, guys. Steve's in the building. What's going on, my friend? It's good to see you as usual, man.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
All right, guys, let's get into this.
A case that has been dragged in and out of court for 3 years now is over, at least for one of the 6 defendants. Natalie Carrington told Today that she will be sentenced to more than a decade behind bars for her role in the death of Jasmine Williams. The group charged in the case had planned a robbery.
Robin's Fly, dude. What is going on, man?
So,
Oh, what's going on? The boys are backing down.
yeah,
Amen,
I had
man.
to be here for this.
Hey, man. You know what's funny? Someone had made a comment because you had told the story about like one of your exes or whatever, or like the Herp Derp or something. I think.
Yes, that was me.
And this person was like, I can't believe that story is true. I'm like, that's the thing about the red pills. We can share this information. All of us men make mistakes, right? And there are guys who make these mistakes and think that they're the only ones, right? Guys, there's a reason why we need to have this space, is so you can learn from others' mistakes. And also see that people make these mistakes or dodge these bullets and they move on past it and live a better life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. John Carlos says, speaking of Discord, can you make a section where we can share the pictures with the annoying things about? She's, yeah, I can put my city looks like ish or whatever, I'll do that. Mr. Excelsior, what's up, man? So yeah, so guys, this is a B-dub. She only got 10 years for this, right?
But it ended with a murder and just a little over more than a piggy bank and a debit card to show for it. All of them pleading to lesser charges in plea deals. Lee Waldman spoke to the dead woman's sister, who says today justice was not served.
Here's the 200.
And guys, isn't it funny that that's what it takes to realize how messed up the system is? Yeah, Lenny, yep. A dude would have gotten 30 years, facts.
Oh, at a minimum.
Or life, yeah, yep. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. This is what it takes for them to understand how biased the courts are against men. You know what I'm saying?
26 District Court from 20-year-old Natalie Carrington as Judge Velia Mesa rejects a last-ditch motion to have her sentencing delayed. Carrington was 17 in July 2020 when she and a group of 6 others took part in the shooting of 19-year-old Jasmine Williams. At the time, Williams was home with her 2 young children. Her tennis shoes, piggy bank, debit card, and cell phone were stolen, according to police. Carrington, who was arrested for DWI in April, was initially charged with capital murder, but accepted a plea deal in May for a lesser charge of aggravated robbery.
To intervene in your life, to help you in your life, and to help you with a minimum sentence. And that's what I intend to do today.
Of course, right, guys? Because it's a female judge, right? Of course. It's a female judge.
What did the jury even recommend? Like, this is offensive to justice.
Yeah, and this is in Texas, guys. This is in Texas. Think about how insane that is. Guys, if this was California, right, she'd have probably got community service. You know what I'm saying?
Today, she was sentenced to 15 years in prison.
That's it.
Both the defense and prosecution pointing to the fact Carrington's testimony before the grand jury helped to re-indict the shooter, Kyle Phillips, after his charges had been dismissed.
Quite frankly, without cooperation in this case, we would have 7 people known to be involved in the murder, the assassination of Jasmine.
But despite this, Williams' sister Hannah was not satisfied, saying justice was not served today or with Carrington's co-defendants, who have all been offered deals.
Justice really failed the judge, the prosecutor. I feel like he could have did more work, but he came in late. So there's a lot of stuff that wasn't said, a lot of stuff that was hidden, put under the rug, and yeah, it was failed.
The final co-defendant to be sentenced, Alyssa Weiss, also in court today. She previously accepted a plea agreement in which she'd plead guilty to a charge of robbery and be granted deferred adjudication rather than jail time.
What?
However, Judge Mesa rejected that deal.
You have to make up your mind right now that I'm not following this plea bargaining agreement.
Because Judge Mesa rejected Weiss's plea deal for deferred adjudication, she'll have to be back in court again next week. Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Keep up to date with all of Santa.
Look at that, guys. Let's see. Here it is. Look at this, guys. Here's another one.
Closure in court today in a murder case that's dragged on for years.
A 20-year-old Cabria Arnold was killed back in November of 2019.
Look at these 2 chicks right here, guys. Look at.
That's a huge bitch.
Whiteout, what's going on, man?
The college softball player was pregnant at the time.
Look
Today,
at that!
the woman who pulled the trigger faced her.
Guys, but here's the thing. Where is this? Michigan? You in Michigan? No, guys, here's the thing. Michigan's woke enough to where they can't charge her with the baby being deleted because they don't consider it to be a person. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Peterson, what's up, dude? Solomon Grundy's here. What's going on? 4 Up is here. What's up, man?
Her family and a judge at sentencing. And Sean Lay is joining us on this story right now. Sean, I understand emotions were running high in that courtroom.
Absolutely. Emotions running high 4 years ago when this shocking shooting happened. A friend shooting her friend, now convicted of that. Let me take you inside that courtroom. You're right, packed with emotion today.
No punishment that you receive will ever compare to the pain and torture that you have inflicted upon us. There is no real justice.
Guys. No remorse at all. No remorse. Guys, these 304s are demons, man. Demons. That's all you can say, right? 8-bit banger, what's going on, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you as usual.
Only incarceration for a sick individual monster who needs to be isolated in a cell, not able to see or hear or touch or come in contact with anyone.
The father and sister of Cabria Arnold finally getting the chance to have their say to the woman convicted in Cabria's shocking death that took place in November of 2019. Her name is Gabriella Brantley, the defendant, Arnold's friend. Cabria Arnold was just 20 years old at the time. She had so much life to look forward to, but was shot multiple times, her unborn baby also being hit by the gunfire. Police, prosecutors, and the jury finding that Brantley is the person who shot the budding nurse and softball star. The motive, apparently all of this over a man. Brantley also...
There it is! Guys, right there! There it is, guys. All over Nug Nug. Nug Nug knows no bounds. Right? Look at that, guys. This chick was on a softball scholarship. And guys, this is the thing about being black, right? Because, guys, the race card is out, right? Guys, this chick's the one who got shot. She was an athlete, a college student. Even the ones that should be the best of us get the same ratchet outcomes. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely insane.
Having her say at the sentencing, defiant to the end, saying she is not guilty.
Here I stand, labeled the bad guy, a monster, a cold-blooded killer. When the truth is, that's not who I am at all.
No, that is who you are.
The person who actually plotted, planned, and executed Cabria's murder is still out there.
Judge Sharon Walker having the final say in this ordeal, sentencing Brantley to life in prison without parole.
Oh, life in prison without parole. Hey!
Correct.
Look at that, guys. Good.
All over a man who
That was a B-dub judge, too. Did you see that?
Yep. They must have a... Here's the thing, guys. Guys, put a 1 if you agree that she probably streamed it live or posted it on Snapchat. Like, they have the evidence, dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Yas, what's up, dude? Hoagie's here. What's up, man? David Graham, how's it going, man? Good to see you guys.
Man who didn't love you. Darnell didn't love you or Cabria.
They shot each other over a dude named Darnell. Literally Nug Nug. Literally Nug Nug. Look at that, guys.
As far as the court is concerned, the jury got it right, and you're going to get every day that you deserve.
Damn.
Strong words there from the judge. Very emotional time for the family in this case. Even the prosecutor a little surprised.
Hey, guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but even female prisoners don't like prisoners who abuse children and do SCX crimes. Girls that like do bad things to kids, Big Bertha and stuff, man, they get out the mop handle real fast.
Baby, I'm gonna butter your bread.
She ain't gonna make it her full term.
No way, dude.
Surprise, like everyone in the case, reading the sentencing report, a new charge was in there from the prosecutor. It's a misdemeanor for assault from Brantley while in the Wayne County Jail. Again, life without parole.
Oh, she got in a fight in jail. But
You
guys,
called it pretty much, AJ,
but Robin's
right there.
fly. I thought it was supremacy that was taking out all these B-dubs, right? I thought that us blacks had to worry about you cisgendered hetero white men,
So dangerous.
right?
The lie detector determined that was.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I think you even called the reason why she got in the fight too. I'm pretty sure. 90% confidence that you're fully accurate.
Yep, all over Nug Nug. Yep.
2 minutes was all it took for this jury to come back with a conviction of first-degree murder charges against both suspects in this case. And while the defense argued that there were no real eyewitnesses here, that there was no solid identification on the shooter, keep in mind that that victim's 11-year-old boy was in the backseat of the car at the time of his mother's murder.
What?
They made the jury mad. If they came back with a verdict in 2 minutes, that's, I've never heard of that, even though I've never been on a jury.
Yeah.
The 2 minutes, they practically walked in there guilty. Oh, everyone agrees. Okay, bye.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And tell him that the people who murdered his mother have been held accountable.
Family members say when her son learned of Rachel King's murder, he said over and over, his mom was good and kind and didn't deserve that. The 11-year-old boy was in the back seat of his mother's car when Zaki Alakim shot King 6 times. He didn't know Rachel. He was hired by Julie Jean. It was her obsession with a man who chose Rachel King over her that...
Look at that!
Nug Nug again!
Nug Nug strikes again, guys! Look at that! Fighting over Nug Nug. Now, guys, I think Kevin Samuels put this the best, you know, because the best thing about Kevin Samuels was he was talking about high value. He included black men, Asian men, Hispanic men, white men, all in the conversation. But he also had established that guys, there's Nug Nug, Pookie, Gavin, Cletus in the trailer park, Nug Wang. There's just trash dudes of every race. You know what I'm saying? But B-dubs tend to be the only ones to give more attention to friggin' Nug Nug than friggin' Jamal, the friggin' successful guy. How is it that you have 2 B-dubs here willing to delete each other over a dude who you know isn't anything at all? Absolutely insane. Guys,
isn't it called hybristophilia? It's basically pookiephilia.
Yep. Guys, 16% of black men are responsible for 70% of the kids. 70%. Think about how insane that is.
Fueled the murder. In closing statements, DA Kevin Steele told the jury, vengeance is a terrible thing. But in this case, it was deadly.
We are so thankful for all the hard work that paid off by everyone in this department. The DA's office, just incredible. We're thankful to God for just giving us the strength to go through this.
A friend of mine in college had to be on a murder trial, Robin's Fly. And, it was the dean of the local college's son. You know, he decided that he was going to be, Mr. Gangster, and he got a double murder trial. And they convicted him to life without parole. And she was on the jury. And she was walking through on campus, and the dean walks by. It's like, hey, and he said her name, looked her right in the eyes. She's like,
whoa,
awkward. But I mean, they have the guy dead ass to rights. You know what I'm saying? Like they have the evidence. So
Rachel's parents.
I mean, that's almost criminal that the dean even confronted her or even acknowledged her. That's borderline criminal.
Yep.
Killers telling them that they stole from them, yet they had no choice but to forgive them. And they hope someday they'll put their lives on a better path.
Please.
There really were no winners today. This was not a winning situation at all. My daughter is gone. This does not bring her back. We're glad to have memories of her, but my heart grieves, aches.
Know that, guys? All right, now let's get back to the old playlist here. I think the one with this chick we already looked at, but hold on, guys, give me a sec. I had to go back through.
I'm so very proud to be your dad. I love you and miss you so much. Family members in tears today, remembering loved ones taken in a fatal crash in Columbiana County last year. 3 people were killed, including an 11-year-old girl. Police say the driver, Rachel Linda Smith, was speeding on Route 5, crossed the center line, and crashed into oncoming traffic. She caused that accident. Today, she pleaded guilty and was sentenced. 27 First News reporter Julie Bursick.
Guys, how much time do you think she got? Right?
5 years, but I would say 30 should be fair.
Okay, guys. Okay, put how much time you think that she should have got, and put how much time do you think she got. Okay, we'll make that part of the game here. Okay.
Was in court as emotions boiled over. She just got back, and she has this story. Julie.
Yeah, Erica, that January day is a day these families will never be able to forget. That grief is still raw, and family members actually started crying before that sentencing even started. And at one point during the emotional family statements, the court actually passed out tissues to grieving loved ones.
Not a day goes by Tim Benzel doesn't think about his blue-eyed, blonde-haired daughter, Allison.
You had a short time on this earth, but I'm so proud of the impact you had on so many people. I miss your laugh and that beautiful voice.
Tim couldn't hold back his tears, and his grief quickly shifted to anger.
Allison had her whole life ahead of her. She was entitled to that life, and you took that.
Is that a toothpick in his mouth? Look,
Yeah,
guys, yo, this is another reason why I'm not gonna have kids. Because if someone did something like this,
delete them.
I would make it my life's mission to make if I couldn't get to them, to make their if I couldn't delete them, to make their life as miserable as possible.
AJ the Punisher.
Yeah. Yep. Seriously. You know what, guys? Here. Let's do this.
Oh shoot! That crash killed 3. Screw
Guys.
30 years. She better have life in prison.
People like this movie, The Punisher with Thomas Jane. Guys, this movie was actually trash. There were some good scenes in it, but the movie was trash, and I'll tell you why. If you actually look at the actual what happened. Okay, guys, put a 1 if you've seen Thomas Jane's The Punisher, right? It's a decent movie, but they shouldn't have called it The Punisher, right? Thomas Jane, he was a good Frank Castle, but the whole concept. Okay, John Travolta lived in Miami and didn't want to move to New York, or didn't want to stay in New York. So that's why The Punisher was set in Miami, which is ridiculous, right? It's too bright of a movie. Then they were gonna do more they were gonna do Jigsaw, but then John Travolta didn't want to do any makeup or anything, so they made him a generic bad guy, right? Then the whole part of the plot with the Russian was Welcome Back Frank. That was a Garth Ennis, but that was too dark and serious, right? So they wanted to they were making it 2 different movies at the same time, and it just didn't work, right? It's not a bad movie, but it's a bad it's not a really good Punisher movie. Yeah, they should have just either gone really, 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 really dark or not done it at all. Have it be in New York and be dark, or not at all. And it was, anyways. I think I watched it once. Never gonna watch it again. Okay.
That life.
Addison's mother talked about the emptiness that haunts her heart and the memories they'll never have.
She will never tell me, "Good night, love you, see you in the morning, Mom."
James and Megan 9 were also killed in the crash. None of the victims had their seatbelts on. James's son Zach read a statement his grandmother wrote. It says the family is not ready to forgive Rachel yet.
Personally, I want to say I understand that it was an accident and you didn't mean to. And
not an accident, bro.
Rachel broke down hearing those words.
See, guys, we throw the words forgiveness around way too much. I'm not forgiving anything, guys. Nope.
Then it was her turn to talk.
She turned around to face the families.
I'm sorry for the days, the months, and the years ahead that you don't have to spend with your loved ones.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about each one of you. Every
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
single one of you. And wish that I could go back and change everything.
Rachel didn't have drugs or alcohol in her body during the crash, and her cell phone was in her child's diaper bag. She was on her way to church and says she thought she was doing everything right that morning.
An instant can change.
So how did the crash happen if she wasn't drunk? Is she just stupid?
Your life and everyone
Yeah, that's
around
weird.
you forever.
I thought they opened it and said she was driving drunk.
Judge Pike sentenced Rachel to community control, 100 hours of community service, raising
Oh
awareness
my
about
gosh.
driving.
Dude, she didn't even get any jail time! What is going on? Someone says this woman gets community service for killing 3 people while driving, and a man in another instance kills 1 person while driving and gets 15 years. Yeah.
How?
Look at that, guys.
Didn't they say that she was drunk?
No, apparently not. It was reckless driving.
I mean, that charge alone gets you jail time.
Someone says a man would have gotten 100 years of hard labor. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
You just cannot. People keep dying. You can't get in your car and think it can't happen to you. I had a baby and I don't have her anymore.
Also tonight, a grieving mother says the young woman who caused the crash that killed her baby girl is, quote, a selfish person who needs to pay for her crime. The driver admitted she was drunk and high when her SUV slammed into another car, killing.
Anonymity, what's up, dude? Guys, here, okay? So what I'm going to do, any other sentencing ones, and I'm going to try to remember this. I have my notes. Guys, I want you to tell me how much time you think they should get, how much time that they're going to get, and then once we figure out how much it is, I want you to rate the punishment A, B, C, D, or F. Okay?
I think she'll get 1 year, but she deserves 20.
Rachel says stuff like this makes me okay with us going Judge Dredd.
I agree.
Oh, I'm the law.
Time in prison for her crime, and nothing will bring back little Bailey. Her heartbroken mother says justice has been served. News 4's Emily Gugamis is live at Erie County Court with more on the sentencing. Emily?
It was a very emotional day in court as most were in tears, and you could literally hear the sigh.
Emily
of relief as the judge read 24-year-old Daniel.
Solomon says she should get 20 years, but she probably got 5. Okay, let's see.
Kellogg, her sentence.
The judgment of this court that you be sentenced to an indeterminate sentence of imprisonment and a maximum of 15 years.
Danielle Kellogg pleaded guilty in March to first-degree vehicular manslaughter for the crash that killed 7-month-old Bailey Dion. It was Kellogg's second drunk driving offense. Bailey's mother did.
Her second offense.
Life in prison.
Yeah, I like John Bernthal's Punisher. Just as guys, the Punisher show is good. It's just convoluted. You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch, like season 1 was good, but like season 2, it's like what is going on with this plot? Like why is he not shooting more stuff? You know what I'm saying? And he's awesome in Daredevil. Guys, watch Daredevil, right? Especially Daredevil season 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, he's awesome in that. But
I like this one.
Yeah, the actual Punisher show, it's like, I understand they had to drag it out, but they could have made it 4 or 5 episodes, right? Take a Punisher villain or a cartel and just have them just blast them all. You know what I'm saying? Take them all down, you know? Because that was the best part about Daredevil season 2, where they thought it was an army of dudes taking out the bikers, it's not them, it's one guy, and it's Frank Castle blasting all these dudes. That was great, So, okay.
Denise Hine told the court what life has been like since that day on November 27th.
And I did try crawling out of the car to get to her. And I was screaming for her, trying so hard. But no one would let me see her because they didn't want me to see how badly she was hurt.
She spoke of her disgust that Kellogg did nothing to help that morning.
How could she see my baby hanging out of the car that she tore in 2 pieces, and how could
out of the car
she hear me screaming, "Where's my baby?" and not even come over?
She spoke of how life is now a constant struggle.
The situation is tearing mine and my fiance's relationship apart. We just become different people, and it's so hard. I struggle to get out of bed most days, as does he.
But most of all, she spoke of her pain.
Well, she said that she's going to get 15 years to life, I think?
Since the crash.
Yeah.
When I run into people who don't know who I am and have been asking how many children I have had crushes and I can't breathe because I say 2. The first time I was asked this, my daughter said, "No, Mommy," and pointed to the ceiling. And she said, "What about Bailey?" The second time I was asked this, I was Bailey.
Kellogg acknowledged she can't take away.
From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I never wanted her.
So she got 15 years, guys. Guys, what do you think? Right?
C.
Guys, how much time she should have got life for this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially since it was the second offense.
Yeah, yep. Guys, we'll do 2 more. Let's see.
And the sad part about offenses, it means they were probably driving drunk a lot to get caught once.
Of murder.
Look at this, guys.
Grand jury has indicted a Cowee.
What's with these chicks wearing these friggin' weird crayon colors? Like, what is this?
Good thing there's not a green screen behind her.
I know, right?
County mother for a 2nd degree.
And look at this guy, right on the right. Look at this guy. Where is it?
Murder charge.
Deputies say they found her infant unresponsive and suffering from severe burns from a hairdryer. Fox 9's Doug Evans has the story.
A Coweta County grand jury has returned an indictment against Morgan Allison Creel for 2nd-degree murder and 2nd-degree child cruelty.
What?
In November of 2023, Coweta County deputies responded to Creel's home after she reported that she had woken up from a nap and found her baby unresponsive.
What?
Deputies said while they were giving CPR that they discovered that Creel's infant had severe burns down his right side. They said,
"Look at that." Damn.
At the time, she told them that she had fallen asleep while using a blow dryer to warm the baby in bed.
Wait.
Right.
You stupid woman. What? Does that story even make sense?
No.
Does that story even make sense?
It'll catch your blankets and things on fire.
Absolutely insane. Let's see.
The grand jury heard a different and even more disturbing version of that story.
So why were you swerving back there real bad?
Fox 5 has obtained this sheriff's office video of Morgan Creel during a traffic stop in October of last year. Coincidentally, it was almost a year after the death of her baby son, who deputies say sustained severe burns from a hairdryer placed in his bed in November of 2023.
What a plain-looking
A
woman.
Coweta County grand jury has now indicted Creel on charges of 2nd-degree murder and 2nd-degree child cruelty. In the 2024 traffic stop, the deputy's report said she was weaving and couldn't maintain her lane. In the video, Creel tells the deputy she was sneezing and it caused her to lose control.
Please. Sneezing real bad?
So I'm trying to get back to where
She's going off the coca.
Deputies say they attempted to conduct a field sobriety check, but after a few tests, called it off.
That's a
for
bad
her
one.
safety. The video shows her apparently unsteady on her feet.
So you are being placed under arrest for driving under the influence, okay?
Ha, sucks to be you, right?
In 2023, deputies said it was Creel's story that she had laid down with the baby to take a nap and was warming him in bed with a hairdryer. The recent indictment of Creel for second-degree murder and child cruelty in the death of her son stated it was more than that. Quote, did cause cruel and excessive physical and mental pain by leaving a blow dryer on and blowing heated air near the child while said accused was passed out and under the influence of a controlled substance.
Guys, what do you think she was doing? Fentanyl? Percocets? Xannies? Right?
All of the above.
Yeah, all the above. Facts.
So the indictment claims that Creel was high at the time that she fell asleep and left a blow dryer running in the bed of her baby.
Damn.
For what it's worth, on November 9th, 2023, weather records indicate that the temperature in Noonan was nearly 70 degrees.
Wait, what?
Well, drugs will do some things like that.
Did she leave the baby on the stove or something?
Very similar, basically, yeah.
Yeah, well, she was cooking her heroin or what? Like, what is going on? Wow.
And I guess the sad part is, as a father, if your infant gets hurt like that, they're not going to be quiet. They will let you know. So,
but here's the thing about it: the father should have had custody. If she knew,
well, she doesn't know who the father is.
Come on now. I know, right? Yeah, sorry guys, I gotta get myself right.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
It's one of those few instances where she certainly does not know who the father is.
Of course not. There's no way. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta do something here. We'll look at one more, guys. 1 second, guys. Guys, make sure to stop by the merch store, guys. Guys, we have hoodies. We got shirts, guys. Hoodies. The Clown World shirts. Look at that. Press charges. And guys, I just dropped the new mug, guys. The awful mug. Affluent white female urban leftist, guys, aka awful.
Scourge.
I'm gonna have a hoodie and a shirt coming out soon. This is from what is his name in the Discord? Let me see. I gotta shout you out, dude. Henry Henelar. Yeah. This is his. So I borrowed it from him. So. So guys, it comes in multiple colors. Yeah. That's not a good one, but I'm saying, but yeah. You guys grab yourself one. It has a logo on the back. So guys, make sure you break it. I'm sorry for that.
Do not take that to work.
Oh man! All right, let's go back. I think there's one more, guys. Let me guys, here's a link to the merch shop, guys. Thanks for all you guys that buy the 304 tiers cups, guys. You know what? I'm gonna do everyone in the Discord, check Discord tomorrow, guys, because I'm gonna be doing a promotion for merch for a 15% off tomorrow. So that'll go probably for about a week. So I'll drop the code in the Discord, guys. Under general. So guys, if you have an idea for merch, guys, go to the Discord, and then there's a merch thread. Put your suggestions there. So, all right, guys, give me 1 second here. I have to go back to my playlist here. Hold on, and then we'll get into some courtroom footage here, guys. Guys, thanks for being here, man. You know, good stuff. Where is my playlist? Let's see. Let me go back here. There it is. Here it is.
Died in 20.
All right, guys. What is this? All right, guys. This person set up this dude's robbery and it got him deleted. How much time do you think she should get? How much time do you think she's gonna get? And let's rate the time. All right.
30 years and she got 5.
His body was found in
A woman wanted for setting up a man in order to rob him, leading to his murder, has been sentenced to prison time for that death.
Arturo Pena died in 2023. His body was found in a car at a Garland Park. While some justice has been served, there is still one suspect out there. His exact whereabouts are still unknown. Fox 4's David Santendry spoke with Pena's family and joins us now live. David.
Yeah, Heather and Steve, it's a 40-year prison sentence for the woman who almost made it to Mexico while on the run for that murder. But in the meantime, her boyfriend, who is still on the...
I say A for that rating. It beat even what I thought she should get.
Oh, it said 40 years? I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, he said 40.
Yeah. It says up there. Yeah, guys. Okay, so she got 40 years. Guys, what do you think? Right? 40 years? That's pretty good. Yeah. Solomon says, hey. Yeah, I agree. 40 years. I mean, she didn't pull the trigger, but she still set it up. And guys, she's probably going to one of those border town private prisons in Texas.
It's still felony homicide because she was going to rob the guy and got him killed.
Dude, where she's gonna have friggin' big Consuela and her friggin' mop handle. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be going good for her at all. You know what I'm saying? So,
is likely still hiding out in Mexico.
He meant the whole world to me. He was my everything. I adored him.
Lizbeth Pena viewed her cousin Arturo Pena as a big brother.
Dude, he has a little extra cinnamon on his churros, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was going to say he's a bit effeminate looking. Poor guy. He's probably paying for some poon.
He has a little extra sugar around his margarita.
He got all the Fruit Loops.
Oh no, look at that.
He had a really good heart. That was his biggest thing. He believed everybody was like him.
In 2023, Arturo Pena met a girl on social media, 17-year-old Natalie Navarro. The two later met at Audubon Park in Garland.
He was going to pay for
did not know Navarro brought her boyfriend.
She brought freaking Gerardo up, dude. You know what I'm saying? She brought El Nug.
Jose.
El Puki.
El Puki Jose.
You know what I mean?
Yordi Martinez to rob him. During the robbery, Pena was shot and killed, allegedly by Martinez.
It's unfair. It feels really unfair.
Pena lived in Mesquite. His family initially
Rockin' Diesel, what's up, man? Carlo, what's going on? Captain Palsy's here. Good to see you guys, man. Good to see you guys. Red Door's here. What's going on, my friend?
reported the 21-year-old missing and even hired a private investigator. They received online tips that Navarro and Martinez were responsible for his disappearance.
Damn.
They called Mesquite police when they spotted the couple. Cell phone video shows officers apprehending Martinez. He and Navarro, however, were released, citing a lack of evidence.
Whoa!
The next day, Garland police found Pena's body in his car at the park, while Navarro and Martinez were on the run. Navarro had been reported missing by her family, and an Amber Alert was issued, a possible attempt to confuse investigators. But Navarro was captured near the Mexico border and brought back to Dallas County.
Can you tell us what happened?
This month, she was sentenced to 40 years in prison after pleading guilty to murder.
It was hurtful being so close to the person that ended, my brother's life.
Martinez, however, is believed to have crossed into Mexico. He's facing a capital murder charge, but Garland Police Department, working with U.S. Marshals, says it does not know exactly where Martinez is at.
Find him.
I try not to think about it too much because it angers us.
Lizbeth Pena believes eventually Martinez will be captured.
I don't. But I thought that all these Hispanics got to worry about you cisgendered hetero white men robbing fly, right?
I'm a super meanie. Let me tell you.
I thought that minorities have to, you know. Absolute mess. Absolute mess. You know what I mean? So, John Carlo, what's up, dude?
I'm here right now. I have another nickname for the knock-knocks, for the Mexican knock-knocks on the West Coast. Eddie Chano. Eddie Chano.
What?
What does
Eddie
that mean?
Chano. There's a channel that's called Rice Lewis, and he was driving around in an Uber car, and he saw one of those cholos from LA with a 304. And he nicknamed that guy, that cholo, Eddie Chano.
Ah, okay. And Giancarlo, Honda doesn't need to make a V8. You know how much research and development, and then also too, everywhere's phasing out V8s because of EPA regulations. You know what I'm saying?
The new EPA is gonna send back everything back to 1995.
Now, that isn't true because now they have direct injection and other things to make V6s, 4-cylinders and hybrids make as much power, if not more, than a V8 does, right? The issue is... Well, no, they're overhead cams. Chevy's the only one that's actually still using push rods, right? But here's the thing. The Corvette and all those are very, very efficient designs. But you look at, like, you know, Honda and Toyota and all of them, you know, because remember, in Japan, anything over 2 liters of engine you get taxed for. 2 liters of engine and 4 cylinders, which is why, and in Europe, why they use small engines. But Benz, BMW, and Chevy will probably always use V8s, right? But other than that, the V8s are pretty much, and Dodge maybe, but Dodge is going to probably go out of business soon. But you look at a lot of places are using V6s, 4 cylinders, and also hybrid setups, right? But the issue is, I don't know if you guys saw this or not. C63.
I believe in engines all should be inline sets, easier to work on and smooth driving.
Yeah, but remember that they take up a lot of space. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people like them. Guys, I don't know if you saw this, guys. So the new C63 AMG has a 4-cylinder hybrid. Yes, it makes 671 horsepower, but it's a 400 and something horsepower turbo 4 with a hybrid setup. And dude, it's an excellent car, but it's not an AMG, right?
Here's an issue.
But hold on. When people want an AMG, they want a V8. That's how it works. Even the head of AMG said, "Yeah, putting this technology is good, but our customers, so we didn't listen to them. Even though this thing performs better than the old one in every way, the fact that it's not a V8 pissed everybody off." What are you saying?
The problem with those engines, they're overstressed and very complex. I mean, they're not reliable.
I'm just a coal rolling diesel white boy over here.
I used to think the same thing, but I don't think that's the case because this technology has been around for about 20 years. And you look at, like, you know, you look at the Honda engines, B16s that come out of the box, making over 100 horsepower per liter, getting, you know, 3 or 4 or 5
NA
500,000 miles on him. So you can have a small engine doing a lot of work if you have the right technology and the right. This is like a $90,000 Benz. So you know that look. I'm not gonna front. I wouldn't buy this thing, obviously, guys. Because it makes 671 horsepower and like 800, 900 pound feet of torque, and there's like an 11 flat in the quarter. Yeah, 859 pound feet of torque, right? But at the same time, it's 800 pounds heavier than the old one. Why? That's the thing about putting batteries in these things, right? Guys, the new M5 makes like 780 horsepower and almost 1,000 pounds feet of torque, but weighs more than an F-250.
Oh, I believe it. It's probably got twin or quad turbos.
What has the twin turbo V8 with a hybrid battery in it? You know what I'm saying? So, well, yeah, it isn't good, dude. I'll do this last one here.
In an Akron courtroom, a young woman found guilty of murder.
Her fit of rage led her to pull out a gun and pull the trigger.
Of course.
Our Harry Booth.
In a bathroom, right? So they're in a bar, right? And all of a sudden it's
Ellie, I'm gonna kill you, you fucking whore.
You know what I mean? And plus you look at also Giancarlo, I know guys that had Evo engines that were turbo. You know what I'm saying? The 4G63 with like 200,000 or 300,000 miles. A friend of mine had a Talon TSI with like 270,000.
Because to send your iron blocks, I mean, those are strong, but nowadays every block is aluminum and it destroys.
Yeah, but you can still make an aluminum closed deck block that's really strong. Because you look at the GTR. A GTR can do almost 1,000 horsepower on the stock block, and it's an aluminum block, but it's a closed deck aluminum block. So all you need is a closed deck, and you're fine. So I mean, an iron block helps too, but yeah.
My Duramax has almost 400,000 miles on it.
Oh really? Yeah. Yep. Dude, that's just you guys know what I always thought was funny. People don't know how fast diesels can be if you just tune them. Right? I was at the track once, and this guy, he had a Dodge, and he just like took the boost controller off the damn thing.
Oh yeah. The thing is, you're not really worried about detonation with diesel. That's kind of how it works.
And he was just, I mean, his truck was already fast, but he did like an 11.5. Like he got kicked out because he didn't have a helmet. But he was doing like 12.8s, and then he got one right, screw it, and just took the boost controller off and did like an 11.5 in this big Dodge truck. It was hilarious, you know? So, and then the other guy there that was fast was an 88 Dodge Caravan Turbo. Yeah.
Sleeper.
Giancarlo, the new GTRs have the 3.8 liter V6. And it's an aluminum block, the R35. So, yeah.
Afternoon when she learned what price she will pay.
Huh?
Nowadays, you know, with car influencers and tuners, not many people like them anymore because once they achieve the peak of mainstream, people start building them, and you know, some people get them bad and fail. I remember the SR20 DET was so overhyped as an engine around the mid 2010s, and people were building them, and nowadays that engine, everyone calls it crap because, you know, simple people don't know how to build it, and so people goes for the KA24, the Nissan from the S14.
Guys, we have 60 people watching. We have 33 likes, guys. Make sure to hit the like button. But the issue with the GTR, guys, that's the only supercar that these guys rice out, right? They'll put crappy rims and these stupid wraps on them and then trade them in, and you see them for sale. It's like, what is that thing? They don't do that to a Porsche. They don't do that to an AMG Benz, and they don't do that to a well, these influencers get McLarens, you know? But the GTR is the only car where it's like an $80,000 car, $90,000 car with like a freaking, $1,600 wrap on it with Hello Kitty on it, because some knucklehead was like, some rich kid or some influencer was driving it. It's really, really sad.
For taking a life. Harry joining us live now with the story.
You know, guys, once a life has been taken, nobody on earth can bring it back. For 2.5 years, a murder suspect, now a convicted killer, says she thought about what she did.
All right, guys, how much time do you think she's going to get, and how much time do you think she should get?
Starting today, she will pay the price for her deadly crime.
And I know that sorry will never be able to bring her back or just
Isn't it funny they all say the same thing, guys?
justify what is done.
The gravity of her
yeah.
Her crime has set in for a 24-year-old Gladys Ingersoll. She was convicted.
Giancarlo, are you sure you don't have that backwards? Because the K24 came in the 240 SX we have here, and people import SR20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I know, people kill to get SR20s, and the price has gone through the roof because that K24 it's a crappy truck engine. You know what I'm saying?
Of killing China Shepherd, shooting her in the bathroom of this Akron
How
bar.
are you gonna shoot someone in the bathroom at the club
Back in 2022. Although her lawyer
It's like a
advised her
glory
not to
hole
speak,
place.
Ingersoll apologized before her sentencing.
All the family is hurt. Y'all all came here today because the love of her. And I respect that. And I just genuinely want to say that I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart.
China Shepherd's family also talked about her, who they lovingly called China Doll.
What you took from us, we will never get to see her be a nurse, live her life, be a wife or a mother. She was my twin. I will never get to see the woman that she grew up to.
China's grandfather, Brad Gessner, wanted the judge to remember exactly how much was lost.
You know, we raise our kids, graduate from high school, she did that. She got a job, she did that. She bought a car, she did that. After that, her life was taken away from her. She never had a chance to really live.
Damn.
She's a beautiful person all the way around from the heart. You know, it's all in God's hand right now. And I see you, China, when I get there.
Ingersoll may be apologizing today, but she tried to run in 2022.
Look at that. She tried to lam it.
Police chased her to a parking lot where one officer opened fire and struck her.
Woo!
Ingersoll survived. Now she's heading to...
Darn it. Ingersoll survived. Oh man.
That would have fixed everything.
Hey, did you guys see the body cam footage that I posted in the Discord? Where the dude got his hand on the cop's gun and fired a shot, and the guy's partner went and took him out, dude. Yikes.
For a long time.
15 years to life. And
15 years to life, guys. Guys, what do you think, right?
There is a firearm specification of 3 years. The jury found you guilty of that as well.
A guy would have got life without parole. You know what I'm saying?
Saul has to spend most of her adult life in prison before ever being considered for parole. That 15 years to life plus a couple of gun charges will keep her behind bars for at least 21 years.
That's it. At least 21 years. Clown world, right? She should have life without parole.
B.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Okay. Looks like we have both parties connected, so we'll go on the record. This is Van Til versus Van Til. File number.
Guys, come on, guys, come on.
Silly Jedi, silly Jedi.
Look at that, guys. An ex-husband's paying $1,000 a month. His spouse swore once out, but his remarried ex thinks she's entitled to negotiate. Look at that!
171089. The record should reflect that both parties are connected by Zoom. This is set for a motion today. Mr. Van Til, you filed a motion to cease spousal support, and your motion is based on the fact that Ms. Van Til remarried at the end of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Van Til, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you?
She's done.
Are you contesting the discontinuation of the spousal support?
To an extent, I feel that I was pretty generous back in 2021 when I let him off on over $12,000 in arrearages at the time.
Oh, guys. Oh, she was so friendly that she let him not pay her $12,000. Okay. Right? Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You're a bum.
Clown world.
I'm willing to drop down to $500 a month.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, John and Carla, you planning on getting married anytime soon?
What a scam. It's even worse than child support.
Yo, Will Vouchers, who married that Aquaman?
It looks like it, huh?
Yo.
For, let's say, another 3 years.
Look at that. When you get married, alimony ends, guys. That's how it works. But she can't fathom a situation where, well, I'll just get $500 from him, even though we're not even married anymore. What are you doing?
Okay, Mr. Van Til, what's your position on that?
I ain't got to pay him up.
No, I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
All right. Well,
all right.
You know, here's the thing. I reviewed the original judgment of divorce, and it does allow for the court to modify spousal support based on a change in circumstances. Ms. Van Til, and frankly, I'm surprised it doesn't contain the language that if you remarry. Typically, once a party remarries, I mean, that's a change in circumstances that warrants the cessation of payment of spousal support.
Oops!
You're finished.
Yo, dude, man. Yo, Jabba's gonna need to sell Han Solo and freaking Carbonite to someone else. Guys, what are you doing? What are you doing, guys? This dude's been paying. Look, they've obviously been divorced for a long time, right? He's been paying $1,000 a month. Paying this $1,000 a month. And someone married this person. Why?
And the whole idea of spouses.
Guys, Biddy Mail Police is in the house, man. Guys, go over there and check out his channel, man. He's making moves over there, man. He has some pretty good content. So
support is that you don't have the assistance of your marital partner anymore to support you, and when you get remarried, that's no longer the case.
Knucklehead.
So, if really, to me, the only fact here that would be a potential issue is whether or not you were actually married. Or remarried, I should say. And it sounds like that's not a fact that's in dispute. So
she looks like she smells like just if you drop like a McDonald's hamburger in your car in the hot sun and leave it there, like in corn chips. You know what I'm saying?
For that reason, the court finds that the spousal support should cease.
Look at that, guys.
They didn't even need to have this hearing.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
Look, we see a guy winning. Look at this.
Like I said, it's dumb that they even had the hearing.
Exactly.
Depending on how she even responded to the motion, she said, yeah, I remarried. Well, the judge shouldn't even have had a hearing. You're done. facts found.
But here's no.
Doesn't qualify.
This is a notice to modify. He had to go to. God, look, guys, they have to get their court fees. Okay, Red Door says she's been spending it all on food.
Oh yeah, she's well fed.
Here's the thing. They want their court fees, guys. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. All this is a small group of men using government and women to redistribute wealth from the rest of us men to themselves. That's all it is.
It's a gigantic scam.
And a bunch of guys, tell all your friends that are either on child support, on alimony, or whatever, the moment that anything changes where they can get either pay less or stop paying, they have to go to court. They're going, well, I just never went to court to get my alimony. I know she's been married for like eight years, but I didn't really think to go to court, because you're not going to get the money back. And that judge is still going to be paying for his kid's Harvard tuition out of your paycheck. Come on, man.
And so, Mr. Van Til, you need to file something with the court that indicates that the court is granting your motion. You can use a form like you used to file your motion in this case, okay?
Okay.
Good.
But that's an important step for you to follow up on, because until I sign that order, I mean, that's what actually stops your obligation for spousal support. So it's important that you submit that as soon as possible to the clerk's office here in Gaylord.
Okay,
should have
so
already
it's the
drafted
form just like
it.
the one I sent
Yep.
for this hearing.
Yeah, well, you can find the form in the same place. It's going to be just a blank order. And you're going to fill in there that the court is granting your motion and spousal support will stop as of February 3rd, okay?
Good. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Ms. Van Til, did you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay.
Look at that.
Right.
Look how, guys, well, I can't tell if she's mad or if that's just how her face always is.
RBF.
Dude, resting camel face, right?
Thank you. That's all for this.
All right, guys. Now, here's another one. Hold on. Let's go over here.
I just wanted to briefly mention that during my settlement facilitation for child custody, the settlement facilitator told me to my face it was her goal to get me to walk out of there with no custody and to be on maximum child support so she could get Title 4D reimbursement for her judges and fellow attorneys.
Damn. There was another one. Here it is.
This is set for hearing today. Mr. Blumberg, you filed a motion. Your
Same
client is
judge.
asking for relief from ex parte order that was signed by the court, requiring him to pay certain household expenses and so forth at the beginning of the case.
Oh, guys, hold on. Look at this. Hold on. Someone
This is set for hearing.
in the previous video. Look at this. Look at these comments, guys. Someone said, "How magnanimous of her to give him a 50% discount." Someone said, "Can you imagine being a man and watching your wife go to court to get maintenance payment from her ex? How shameful." Look at that, guys. Look at that. But we all know, guys, that she married Beta. Right? Come on, man.
This is set for hearing today. Mr. Blumberg, household expenses and so forth at the beginning of the case.
What a joke.
Can you anything you wanted to state by way of oral argument in support of your motion today?
Well, I would just again reiterate to the court what my motion and supporting brief suggests, that the court signed an order based on information that was.
Damn, this guy's old as dirt, man. He was Jesus' lawyer. Yo, dude, he was. God, how old this dude is.
Not accurate. I don't know if there were intentional misrepresentations made, but the net effect of those is that you signed an ex parte order requiring my client to pay certain obligations, when the reality is that when the motion that was filed, it was asserted that she was not working and that she failed to indicate to the court that she had her boyfriend living there, a roommate who was contributing financially to the obligations. Those are certainly material facts that were either omitted carelessly or intentionally. The bottom line is that I think that had the...
Lenny says he was a notary for the 10 Commandments.
That's a good
facts
one.
been properly represented to you, you would not have signed such an order. So we're asking the court at this point to rescind that order. My client has been contributing financially, and he's prepared to continue to do so. But certainly, based on the facts that you were presented, I think that ex parte order was inappropriate.
Mr. Blumberg, are there any temporary orders regarding child support in place? Just looking through the file. You might know off the top.
No, there is not.
Okay. And how much is your client contributing monthly at this point?
Wait for it.
Okay, he's paying between $150 and $200 a month.
Okay. All right, Ms. Beeland, what's your side of this?
The reason why we decided for Chauncey to pay $600 worth of mortgage, because it is on his name too, along with mine. And during that time,
his name's still on the house, guys. So he's paying $600 on a mortgage for a house that he doesn't even live at. Look at that.
time that we put that, I'm having a hard time understanding this. The reason why we put this, because you stupid woman, was working at a restaurant, barely making a minimum wage, trying to have fully intent of getting my job that is now, I work full-time at Kohl's, just so he could just help pay the mortgage. That's all I was asking. And my boyfriend, like, he is no longer in the home, but during that time, he was...
Guys, do you honestly believe that, right?
No, they lie about this.
Yeah, lying.
Yep.
Lying.
Helping pay all the smaller bills, helping me out with that type of stuff. And up until he recently left, he was helping me pay all my small bills, and I was paying my mortgage and trying to keep on boat on that. And I have caught up completely on my mortgage so far. It's been hard, but I've been dealing. So
my mortgage, but both of their names are on it. Okay.
I was just asking for help with that. That's all.
All right. Anything in response to that, Mr. Blumberg?
Judge, I don't know that we need to go into the facts why the boyfriend is no longer there. My understanding is he's been arrested and he probably has a no contact provision. But I don't guess that's really relevant at this point. My client is willing to continue to pay some money to assist. And certainly the kids are with him half the time. So
nope. Isn't that crazy, guys? That you can get 50-50 custody and still have to pay? Isn't that insane? Right?
If I had 50-50 custody, my child support would still be $1,000 a month.
That is absolutely absurd.
I just, I'm always reluctant when I see these ex parte orders, when facts are presented to the court, and you have no way of knowing whether they're accurate or truthful or not. And I understand it's always best to err on the side of caution, but I genuinely believe that had the facts been properly presented, I don't think you would have signed this order. He'll continue to pay those expenses that he's been paying.
Okay. And Mr. Blumberg, your client is on the mortgage as well, his name?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
All right. So presumably he's got just as much an interest in keeping that mortgage current as Mrs. Phelan does?
Yeah, he does. But he has the expense of another place. Again, when these parties separated, my understanding was that they had an understanding as to how the expenses were going to be shared. That wasn't reflected in any written document, unfortunately. But yes, you're right. He has a monetary interest in that property.
Right. give me just 1 second. I just want to. All right. Is there an amount that we can put on the record here today that your client is willing to contribute per month?
$100. Yeah, my client said he can pay $200 a month.
All right. Okay. So I think that's fair during the pendency here, given the circumstances. So Mr. Blumberg, the court is going to modify that order and have it reflect that your client is going to pay $200 per month towards the household expenses. So if you can draft an order that will reflect that and submit that to the court, and we'll go forward from there. Ms. Phelan, do you have any questions about that?
No, I appreciate any of the help I can get. So I just appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Blumberg, anything further on this file today?
No, Judge, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All parties are free to disconnect.
Wait. Hold on. And then it leads to this one. Ha! They lied to us, guys. They lied. Okay, guys, here we go. Here we go.
She refused to turn the children over.
I got heart problems. Your mother, tell her to be quiet. Excuse me?
Requesting that defendant spend this upcoming weekend in jail. She just doesn't get it.
Hello, is this Athena?
This is her mother, Michelle.
Okay.
I'm really upset with what's going on here. You know, my grandchildren are being touched.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're already off to a good start, right? My grandchildren, So some Karen's on the phone acting stupid.
Are being arrested. This sucks.
Ma'am, you are not a party.
Yes,
You are not a party. You cannot appear in this particular matter. If Miss Couch wishes to appear, she can appear, but third parties other than attorneys cannot appear on behalf of another party. So we have muted you, ma'am, because obviously you weren't going to stop talking. And this matter is before the court pursuant to the plaintiff's motion to...
Guys, look, she's still...
Dude.
Guys, she's still talking. Ma'am, you're going to have to stop talking. Ma'am, I'm serious. You have to stop.
He's a nice judge. He very easily could have hit her with contempt on that.
One more outburst and you're going to jail.
Where are you, ma'am? Tell me your exact address. Thank you. Deputy's on the way.
Forced parenting time order.
Look at him.
And the court will note Mr. Kelly.
I think this may be Athena. Judge, let me call the case.
Okay.
Calling case
Look, she's still going.
2024-1372 DC. Today is Monday, January 27, 2025 at 9:15 a.m.
Okay. Court will note, as stated, Mr. Kelly, on behalf of the plaintiff, this is plaintiff's motion to enforce parenting time order.
She looks like Chris Farley, right? When you're living in a van down by the river.
And you are Miss Couch, is that correct? You can unmute. You have to unmute your phone. Miss Couch?
There, did you unmute it? Yes. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Kelly.
Your Honor, this is the third time we've had to file a motion with this court for my client to get parenting time with his kids. We're dealing with the same allegations.
Children.
Hold on one second.
Parenting time to my
Miss Couch. Miss Couch.
I got heart problems. Or I would have been in the courtroom when this happened.
Mute her again.
Yes.
Miss Couch. Whoever is the other person, it's your mother. Tell her to be quiet. She's not a part of these proceedings. And I don't want to hear from her again. If you want to be heard, I'll listen to you. I'm not listening to her. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Kelly.
Your Honor, again, this is the third time we've had to file a motion for him to see his kids. These are the same allegations she's brought up that were investigated by the Department of Health and Human Services and denied.
Look at that.
I believe she even contacted.
So she called CPS on the guy and they didn't find anything. Guys, let's pump the brakes here. I want every guy in this chat to let me know, yes or no, why or in. If you think this guy shouldn't just walk the hell away from this, he should start a college fund for all of his kids and be left the hell alone. Walk away, honestly. Because this woman and her mom are going to make his life a living hell. They're going to try and end up getting him fired, in jail. You know, they might hit him with the car. Who knows? Right? And once his kids get older, he needs to make it clear. Look, I tried. I gave it the old college try. You know?
CPS again. They didn't even investigate this time. My client hasn't been contacted. It's been over a month since he's seen his children. He dropped them off in compliance with the court's order on December 23rd so she could have Christmas Eve. He came there on December 24th to pick the children up. She refused to turn the children over. He contacted the police. She closed the door on police, simply refusing to turn the children over. So we're requesting, as to the holiday parenting time, Your Honor, he didn't get the children back till the afternoon of Christmas Day, when he was supposed to have them Christmas Eve at 9 p.m. until through the following day. We're requesting for 2025 that he be awarded Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to make up for those holidays. He went back for his regularly scheduled parenting time in January. She refused to turn the children over, and he hasn't seen them since. When he shows up for his parenting time, she either will refuse to comply or she'll leave and just not be present at her home. We are requesting then, Your Honor, for his makeup parenting time that he get the children this Wednesday, January 29th, and that he be allowed to keep them through to February 9th, which would cover all the days he's missed for his parenting time. We would also request another $500 in attorney's fees of today or the day forward. That for each parenting time visit he misses moving forward, that she withholds the children, that she spend a corresponding day in jail.
Good.
Maybe that will help her understand that your court orders are to be followed.
Get it.
Finally,
Maybe
Your
I can
Honor,
help you
Your Honor.
Whoa.
Couch, do not interrupt. He is speaking.
He's
Do
my
not
children.
interrupt, ma'am.
Excuse me?
Do not interrupt the attorney. He is speaking. You'll have
She's
your
gonna go to jail.
opportunity to speak.
Some fucking attorney.
Shut.
Whoa.
Mute.
And she's
Miss Couch.
swearing too. Look at that, guys. Can you imagine if this was a guy saying F this and F that and all of
Oh yeah, the deputies would already be there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Okay, go ahead.
Lastly, Your Honor, we're requesting for his pickup this Wednesday, that if he goes there and she does not make the children available, that we would be able to contact the court to get a bench warrant issued for her arrest. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll unmute you, Miss Couch, and you can respond. Go ahead.
So other than the fact that we're at the police station because their father, Zachary, the plaintiff, has been arresting them. I have a...
Look at that, guys. Do you really? Really? And guys, isn't that the playbook, right? She was probably so annoying that this guy was like, I want a divorce. This guy probably divorced her, right? And she's so mad that what's the first thing they say? Oh, he abused me. And if that doesn't work, that he abused the kids. Right, guys? They call that the old 1-2 punch. Yeah, medical. Yep. And he's the wild. Wait. Sigma says, couch seems fitting.
Oh, for sure.
Has that been investigated by DHHS?
I do have
No.
a officer's number here with a case number. It has not been investigated yet. No.
Have you contacted Child Protective Services?
You know what? I did contact them before when he was watching children.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You know, peeing and pooping and having enemas done on them. Yeah, I did contact them, and they didn't do shit.
Does that even sound like really?
And they're being. They were touched.
Depending
Ma'am,
on
this is
how
a
old
court
you are, you're
proceeding.
going to
Do
watch
not
your kids do
swear. We
that.
do not want vulgar language in the court.
He's children.
Ma'am, then you
What
have a
is wrong with
recourse.
you people?
You can contact CPS or you can contact the police and have an
I'm here.
investigation.
This
That's
judge
what
is
your
way too
recourse
nice.
is at this point.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, what the court is going to do, mute Ms. Couch if you would. What the court is going to do at this point is the court is going to order that there would be makeup parenting time that would occur for the Christmas that was missed, or Christmas Eve, that the plaintiff would have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in 2025. That in fact, he would be entitled to have the kids from January 29th, 2025 through February 9th, 2025 for makeup parenting time. The court would assess an additional $500 in attorney fees, bringing the total to $1,000, which would be paid within 30 days of entry of the within order in this
Look
matter.
at that,
So
guys.
that will be the order of the court. You can prepare that order, Mr. Kelly, submit it under a 7-day notice of entry.
Wait, I have a question. What is wrong? Why would you
Ma'am,
give children to
why did
somebody
you
who's
not,
going to hurt?
Mute Miss Couch.
Your Honor, in the event he goes to pick the children up on the 29th,
Yeah.
we're getting from her, she's probably not going to comply.
Of
Well,
course not.
I'm not gonna speculate as to whether she comply. We think probably based on her response, not, but we'll address that if it happens.
Okay.
Of course not. He's testing my kids.
Okay, the hearing is over.
Why? Why is the hearing over?
So,
Why is the
Because you're a
Miss
doofus.
Couch, why does she keep coming back in if we mute her?
She's unmuting herself.
Well,
I removed her from the hearing.
Okay. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I thought that they kept muted until we unmuted them.
I can modify our settings to.
Yeah, I do not want somebody being able to unmute themselves when we've muted them.
Okay.
Guys, they'll be back. We know
Definitely.
that for sure. They will be back. And then, hold on. Guys, do you want to see a nurse with 2 DUIs? Or do you want to see a dude that might not be the dad? Which one do you want?
Tough one.
Which one?
I'm just saying tough one. Let chat decide.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so someone says the nurse.
All nurses are drunks, so I'm not surprised.
Okay, guys, well, we'll do them both, but let's look at the DUI one first because it's shorter. Drunky McDrunkerson, right?
Record in both 23 TR 941 and 23 TR 3158. Each caption state
Okay, she's in jail.
State of Kansas versus Shannon Rose Doherty. State of Kansas appearing by Jared Regier. Defendant is present in custody in person and with counsel Ryan Gearing. Mr. Gearing has filed 2 motions today. Do you want to proceed on those, sir?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Thank you.
Go ahead, please.
What we're asking for, Your Honor, is for Ms. Doherty's sentence to be modified. I don't know what the court remembers about the probation violation hearing that we had that resulted in her being incarcerated, but
I do have pretty good recollection of it, yes.
okay, perfect. Okay,
Damn, the
so
judge
anyhow, Your
remembers
Honor,
her.
we are asking that if you would consider modifying that sentence to either put her back on probation,
Why?
or reduce her sentence, or perhaps allow her to serve the remainder on house arrest.
Why?
Some other form.
Oh, that's her lawyer. Guys, look at this guy. Who's he? Look.
Back on probation, or reduce her sentence, or perhaps allow her to serve the remainder on house arrest, or some other form. I know the court did authorize work release when we.
Yo, who is Hootie Scott over here? He's having a conniption up here. Sigmund says, what kind of scrubs is she wearing? She's in the county.
The orange kind.
Hey guys, guess what? She's not a nurse. She's a nurse's assistant. You know what I'm saying?
First had the probation violation hearing back, I think it was at the end of December. Unfortunately, that didn't work. So she's just been in custody this entire time. I think she's probably been in custody for about 50 days or so, I think, at this point. You know, if the court remembers, at the time of the hearing, she'd actually been doing very well. She hadn't had any positives for like, I think 5 months or so. She was employed and working. She was attending her treatment very well. She was attending support meetings. And obviously, if she's in custody, none of that stuff's happening. So the bottom line, Your Honor, is the sooner we can get her to some sort of a situation where maybe she may be able to salvage the employment that she had. Obviously, it's better for everybody if we can, you know, get her back to being a productive member of society. She was doing well at the time. She understands why the court did what the court did. You know, there's an aspect of punishment to this. There's an aspect of rehabilitation, deterrence. I can tell you that you've got her attention, Your Honor. I trust that there won't be any more issues. You know, if you were to put her back on probation, or if you want to just allow her to serve the balance of this out on house arrest, but we would like to ask you to do something other than incarceration for the remainder of this term, because I think it's much more likely that she may be able to get the job that she had back the sooner it is that we can get to a situation where she's able to do that, because it just won't work on work release. We tried everything and it won't work.
Do I remember correctly that her employment was a nurse at the prison in El Dorado?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And there was some concern by counsel that the sentence, imposing the sentence might...
Yeah, Will Bell, you are correct. Yeah, there's some simp outside. I mean, out there. She's probably talking to him on the phone. He's like, don't worry, when you get out, I'll be here.
Here I come to save the day.
Clown world.
Might affect her nursing license or her employment. Do you have reason to think that she can maintain both the employment and the license?
I don't think they've done anything with her license yet. If the court remembers, she was in the nursing assistance program at that time, and obviously they removed her from that program. But that's another kind of thing where she, you know, if we get something done here relatively quickly, we may be able to get her back into that program. There's no guarantees on that. We're going to have to just sort that out. But I think time is kind of of the essence on that. If that's going to be able to be salvaged, which we don't know for sure, to be frank with you.
Well, have you or she had any conversations with the Department of Corrections to see if they would take her back, or is it still both an unknown on each category?
It's just up in the air, Your Honor. So I mean, that's what she would like to do, and that's what she's going to strive for, is to try to get back to the situation that she was in before. Obviously, if that doesn't work, she's going to have to find something else to do. That's the best I can tell you.
Well, let me see what Mr. Regeer's position is on this at this time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see
if the court
what this
will indulge
knucklehead
me,
has
I
to
would
say.
request a couple minutes to speak as to this matter, these matters.
Sure, go ahead.
Your Honor, based off my notes, it would appear that previously in both these matters, requests for revocations were before the court, and the court did already enter its lawful sentences concerning both those requests for revocation. It looks like back in November, so approximately 2 months ago. Based off of my notes, the state's understanding is that there have not been any additional requests for revocation filed with the court in either of these matters at this time. Accordingly, insofar as a request for revocation is concerned, the state is understanding that the court has already ruled on that, and there are not any currently additional requests. In probation is governed by KSA 22 sub 22 3716, and the original crime of conviction was a misdemeanor or a felony.
Garrett Grant with the $10, man. Thanks for that. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you.
Seriously, garlic croutons, dude.
And as specified in KSA 2168 or forward amendments thereto, and a violation is established, the court may, perhaps most relevant in this case, quote, continue or modify the probation.
So this is the probation guy.
Forgive me, Your Honor. Subsection Roman numeral 3 of that can, forgive me, Your Honor.
Are you like good at your job or what? Like, what is this? What do they pay him to do here?
In the the alternative,
He's still
court
going.
is fine.
To get, as we told you at the last hearing, that she has gotten her privileges reinstated, so she does have a valid driver's license now, so that's no longer
How?
an issue.
With 2
And I believe
DUIs?
she has paid off her fines, costs, met all of her obligations in that case, and served her sentence on that case as well. So my understanding of the law in the state of Kansas, Your Honor, and I would agree what Mr. Regier is saying, if this case was a felony, because the court does lose jurisdiction to modify sentences in felony cases. But my understanding is in misdemeanors that the court retains jurisdictions and the court can modify a misdemeanor sentence at any time. The court always retains jurisdiction on misdemeanors, just not the felonies. I'm trying to find the statute on that, and I haven't been able to.
DUIs.
Right. So it was a driving while suspended first, Your Honor.
Okay, there we go.
DUIs, she violated probation.
Modify a misdemeanor
Here we go,
sentence
guys.
at any time.
This is what the judge
The
gets.
court always retains jurisdiction on misdemeanors, just not the felonies. I'm trying to find the statute on that, and I haven't been able to do that because I didn't expect that to be an issue this morning.
As I recall, she had 2 DUIs. She violated probation.
Look at
One of the violations included a driving while suspended third charge.
Look at that.
It was a driving
Third
while
charge.
suspended first, Your
Look at that.
Honor.
But it was after she'd been put on probation on the DUIs.
Right. So she had a positive UA, I think, if my recollection is correct, on the DUI cases, and then approximately 4 or 5 months later, by the time we got to hearing on that stuff, then she had, right before that, gotten pulled over and picked up a driving while suspended, which, like I said, of course, she went and immediately got reinstated.
And then there were some violations that she took care of between the time she was served with the warrant to show cause and the actual hearing, as I recall also.
I think that's right. I think she had gotten on track, was doing everything she was supposed to be doing at the time we actually got to the point where we resolved this.
She had some failures to report.
Of course she
She had
did.
some negative UAs, that is some dirty UAs. Hadn't paid as she was directed. I'm going to deny the motion at this time, counsel. She will serve the balance of her original sentence with, of course, credit for all time served.
That's what I'm talking about. He going to jail. Ah ha ha.
Would you consider allowing her to serve house arrest, Your Honor?
No.
I understand where the court's coming from, but I would really like to get her in a position where she can try to salvage her employment. I mean, house arrest is custody. I mean, you can put whatever conditions you want to.
Say, she better start learning how to make freaking, what's it called? Prison wine, making hooch. She can make some money doing that.
Put on her. She's been in jail for, quite a while now. That's a long time for somebody who's never been to jail before. I just don't see any purpose.
Well, maybe you don't drive drunk, you absolute knucklehead. What are you talking about?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
For either Miss Doherty's benefit or the state's benefit, they'd be paying for that. She's not a danger, Your Honor. I think it would be appropriate to allow her to serve the rest of the sentence in another manner, for the benefit of everyone.
Well, on one hand, I give her credit that she's a nurse, she had employment, and after she got snagged on that warrant to show cause with the new offense, she did get busy and start showing some responsibility. On the other hand, I think it's a huge problem to have a nurse that's out driving drunk, not once, but twice.
Yep.
And then she's out driving while on probation. She's out driving without a license while on probation for the 2 DUIs. So I think that she gets some credit, as I did at sentencing, but she also has a huge amount of responsibility. I think counsel has discussed it at great length and adequately done so. Mr. Regier, on the issue of house arrest, do you take that same position that I'm without authority to grant that?
The state does take the same position as it has already indicated on the record, Your Honor. Additionally, pursuant to KSA 223716, the statute that governs in these types of situations, The statute does specifically refer to, quote, at any time during probation, assignment to a community corrections services program, suspension of sentence, or pursuant to subsection A for defendants who committed a crime. It does not appear to address any specific differentiations, I guess, for lack of a better term, between misdemeanors and felonies, as I understand it.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, if you each would give me a short briefing on, written briefing on your positions on this, and I will consider those, and we can most likely journalize the ruling unless one or both of the parties want another hearing on this. Can you have those done in 2 weeks, do you think? Or
I will get it submitted before that, Your Honor.
I will.
Email, okay?
So she's cooked,
Right,
guys.
2 weeks.
She's cooked. And then, okay, so here we go, guys.
I was working, and she was home, and she admitted that she had an affair.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys,
Your
always
Honor,
get a
it's my
DNA test.
understanding that the
Always.
parties were married in 2019, and this child is of the marriage. So we do have an assumption regarding the paternity of the child.
So, Robin's flyer, John Carlo, what did she just say right there?
Presumed to be the father. Worst place to be.
Yep. Guys, this guy's wife cheated on him, right? He was at work, and she let Nug in and had the baby, right? But guys, it doesn't matter if this kid is his or not, right? He has to pay child support. He's responsible for this kid. You know what I mean? Because this is why I do courtroom madness, man. Someone says, I do not understand, just because they were married, that even when it's proven that the woman cheated, that the husband's still the legal father.
I got ordered to pay child support, and I'm not even on my daughter's birth certificate.
Look at that, dude.
The court will do whatever they want.
Oh, man, oh, man. Look at that, man.
It's my understanding Mr. Taylor is asking for a DNA test to be ordered. He may be able to give some testimony regarding why he believes that's necessary.
He won't
Otherwise,
get out
the
of it.
state is asking to go forward with at least a temporary order that establishes support
They'll
for
say
the
it's in the
child
child's best interest to have a father paying child support.
and has establishes retroactive support.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and let the state call both the witnesses at this time. Mr. Taylor, here's the deal, sir. Under Texas law, I'm going to get testimony. It shows that you folks were married when this child was conceived, and you are the presumed you are the presumed father in this matter. And the court needs you to meet a legal standard before I can start messing around with that. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and let the
Guys, make sure to hit the like button, please. I'd appreciate that.
state call you both as witnesses. If there's anything else that comes up afterwards that you think I need to know that's pertinent to this matter,
This alone is why you should never get married.
Right now, I'm going to go ahead and let the state proceed. And as stated by the state, at best, sir, I will order a temporary order and see about the DNA. But again, I got to hear something that gets me from point A to point B on this matter, since y'all are husband and wife. So anyway, Mr. Taylor, Miss Taylor, please turn on your videos and raise your right hands, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't need to see you, sir. I just need to go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and swear you both in. Do both of you solemnly swear or affirm in testimony you're gonna give this court today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I do. Yes.
All right, you're both officially under oath, and I'll let the state proceed, and the state's gonna ask you questions about the current circumstances of the marriage, whether or not y'all divorced or what the circumstances are and everything else. Anyway, Ms. Hubbard, go ahead and call your first witness, please.
Thank you. The state.
Damn, Will Bell says his ex never paid child support for 3 children for 14 years, and the courts never did anything. Damn.
Oh yeah, they don't care. Sorry, bro.
That's crazy.
Would like to call James Taylor. Sir, will you state your name for the record?
My name.
Look at this smirk on her face. She knows that it isn't his.
is James E. Taylor Jr.
And sir, what's the name of the child that you have with Miss Taylor?
Her name is Crystal Taylor.
And can you state her birthday for the record as well?
Birthday is, I gotta look at the record. Give me a second. Birth certificate is here. Her date of birth, 4/04/28/2021.
Okay. When were you married to Miss Taylor?
December the 16th, 2019, excuse me.
Okay. Are you still currently married to Miss Taylor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a divorce action pending in any county?
No.
Okay. So
What the heck? Get divorced, dude.
this child,
Yeah.
your daughter was born during the marriage, about 3 years into it. What reason do you have to doubt that that's your daughter?
Well, the thing is, I was working and she was home, and she admitted that she had an affair.
Damn.
And what time period was that?
I don't really recall the time frame.
Okay. Did she ever tell you? Did Miss Taylor ever tell you that
No.
Crystal's not your daughter?
No, she hasn't.
Okay.
But the incident, how everything happened is when I went to North Carolina to see my granddaughter to be born. She said she didn't feel like taking me to the airport to arrive in North Carolina. But after I arrived in North Carolina, she gives me a call. I didn't even get a chance to go in the door. She said she wanted a divorce. She didn't want to be with me no more, and cut off all the line of communication.
Look at that.
Okay, when was this? When did she stop talking to you?
September.
File for divorce, bro.
Yeah.
September. My daughter, September 2017.
That
2020.
Okay. So that is a little less than a year after your daughter was born?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not.
I was born in 2021. When did y'all separate, sir?
Like I said, I got the dates mixed up.
Homeboy needs to get his information together, dude. Like, what are you talking about? How do you not know? Austin, they're in Texas, dude.
Because she was born. When she was born, we weren't really talking. We was slightly communicating off and on.
Well, communicating
so it
enough
was before
to,
she was born.
to freaking smash and get pregnant.
Sorry, Your Honor, I had the date of marriage and the child's birthday mixed up. I apologize.
No problem. Go ahead and proceed.
When did you stop? I guess I'm making an assumption that you both live together. When did you stop living together?
We stopped living together after I got back in September. The following next week of September.
Okay, so back in 2021?
Yes.
Or, excuse me, your testimony was 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020 after I got back from seeing my grand. That was during COVID, so I didn't get.
This dude tells a story like a woman. You know what I'm saying?
He's confused real bad.
Just get to the point, for Christ's sake.
The chance to really see my grandbaby.
Okay.
So he's a grandfather.
So when I came back,
4-year-old.
Hello, you want to speak?
No, I said go ahead, sir.
when I got back to, she didn't even pick me up. I got a Uber back, and I sent money.
Contact with Miss Taylor. Have you supported this child since she was born?
I sent money by Cash App. I mean, I did what I what I could at the time.
Guy's an idiot.
Right at this point, I'm getting unemployment, so I'm going between jobs, and I'm doing what I can do, and what I have to do, because it's hard out here. I had an incident with
Sir, stop. I don't need the whole history.
The judge is like, dude, shut up, man. Shut up.
Yes.
Okay. No problem.
And Ms. Hubbard, you don't have to go into a retro. I'm probably looking at doing. I want to hear Mom's timeline of this thing. But from what I've heard now, I'm probably looking at ordering DNA testing. But I want to hear what Mom has to say first, please. Thank you.
Okay. You said right now you're receiving unemployment. Where did you last work, sir?
Walmart.
Okay. How long did you work there?
I worked there almost 2 years.
Okay. And when were you either let go or your employment separated?
I was let go due to necessarities of workplace violence. My supervisor pulled a knife out on me, and I have a piece of
sir. Again, the state didn't ask that. I know people always have a story behind everything, but the bottom line is, she just. What was the date of the separation from the job, sir?
It was July the 17th.
Okay, thank you. And you are getting unemployment based on that employment. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You may proceed, Ms. Hubbard. Thank you.
Thank you. How much are you receiving in unemployment?
502.
Is that per month?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks? 502 every 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How many other children do you have besides Crystal?
I have 2. I have total of 4. My older one is grown. I have a 17-year-old and a 13-year-old daughter.
Damn, look at that, guys. He's cooked.
Do they live with you?
No, they don't. Both of them 2 lives in Indiana.
Okay. And are you under a child support order?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you interested in the NCP Choices program?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And someone already spoke to you about that earlier today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And is there anything else that you would like to tell the judge right now as a part of your testimony?
That I'm looking for a job right now. I had a couple of calls come in. I couldn't answer because I didn't want to interrupt the call, the Zoom call.
Thank you, sir. I pass
This guy is slow.
All right, sir, I'll be back in just a moment. I'll have the state call the next witness, please.
The state would like to call Monica Taylor. Ma'am, will you state your full name for the record?
Monica Justine Taylor.
And ma'am, you agree that Crystal is the child that you had during your marriage with Mr. Taylor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As far as the allegations are concerned, is there anyone else that could be Crystal's father?
No.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
When did you and Mr. Taylor separate?
His testimony was true. He went on vacation in October, and while he was going, I had time to think about all the things that he was not doing as a husband, and he never came back into my home.
Okay.
However, we still did have marital relations.
Okay.
So that was October of 2020?
Yes.
Okay.
And he even helped me move my stuff into storage.
All right. Wow, that's outside the frame of the conception of the child, the fact that they were splitting up, and there seems to be, contradicting testimony. Here's what I'm looking at doing, ma'am. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up as a temp. Y'all married, that's the child of the marriage. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up temporary child support based on the new Texas Family Code that went into effect on the 1st of September. Ms. Hubbard, I'm for you, even though it's below minimum wage presumption, the actual funds that the non-custodial party is receiving at this time will be the basis of the child support. Thank you, Mr. Texas Legislature, for changing things around, but that's the new rule. So that's what I'll look at doing as far as the temporary order is concerned. I'm going to order the father into the NCP Choices program, give him an opportunity to see about home and get this one taken care of, because I really don't want to order child support based on below minimum wage if I can avoid it and making that a permanent order. So
I was going to say, if he got ordered to pay child support at minimum wage, he should just disappear and never be found again.
Yep, true. Yep.
You at this time, ma'am and sir. So, Ms. Taylor, again, I'm looking at making a temporary order for child support. I'm only going to, obviously, that's the only thing I can do based on the circumstances, child support and cash medical. And
you guys know damn well she knows that baby isn't his. Now, guys, watch this one.
And she said, well, I'm living there. And I said, well, if he's in jail.
So the chick won't leave this guy's house.
I do have Squatters' rights, ma'am. Versus Jabron Haywood, case number 25C0328.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Fantera on behalf of the plaintiff.
Guys, I'm going to do more courtroom madness with eviction court, because these 304s are acting crazy because they haven't paid rent in years. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. So we have a woman who swears up and down she's not a squatter. She's just staying in the house even though the tenant's in jail.
Is Jabron Haywood present?
Jabron Haywood's in jail.
Okay.
So can I give you a little bit of a background?
Certainly.
There was a woman who signed in, who actually I was put into the breakout room with, and I thought she was coming back to address the court. She claims to be...
One second, please. You said she's in the waiting room?
Yeah.
All right. Miss Molly Butterly?
Yep. How are you?
So about Mr.
Fantera. Mr. Fantera, 1 second, please. Miss Molly Butterly, you're the caretaker?
Correct.
All right.
First of all, let me say I dispute that, because we actually sued Mr. Haywood twice last year. He came to court once by Zoom with...
So Jabron Haywood has 2 prior evictions cases filed against him. He went to court for the man that was his cousin. Cousin fell asleep in the courtroom. Both cases, different people claim to be his caregivers. He went to jail for this, and now this random chick is claiming to be this guy's caregiver who's in jail and won't get out of the house. So whoever owns this property is like, why are these people staying here?
Magistrate, and it was a gentleman. And the second time he came to court, Mr. Haywood, you may remember him. He can't speak.
Yes.
And the second time he came to court, he had his cousin with him who fell asleep in your courtroom.
I do remember all of that, actually.
And both of them, on each occasion, it was, oh, these people are my caregivers. And so now I have this young lady who says, I'm his caretaker. And she said, well, I'm living there. And I said, well, if he's in jail, why are you there? Because if he's in jail, you can't be there. I mean, there's nothing to take care of. So what prompted this case was, in December, the township went by to do an inspection. And they called my client and said, we're going to fail this. There's people living here who are dealing drugs. They moved in a trailer outside the building. And the township basically was going to condemn the property. But we said, well, look, but everybody agreed that. And when my client went over there to find out what was going on, he found 4 young men, and none of whom was Jabron Haywood. And so we said, well, we don't have a lease. We're just going to send a 30-day notice. In the meantime, there have been 2 drug raids on the property in the last couple weeks. And so Miss Butterly does not have a right to be there.
Yeah.
I don't know whether she's his caretaker or not, but if she's his caretaker, he's not there.
And there she is, guys, right at the bottom, right there.
And certainly when we came to court a year ago, I shouldn't say a year ago, probably April or May, he didn't bring Miss Butterly. He brought on 2 different occasions 2 different men. And so he doesn't have a lease. She doesn't have a right to dispute this. I would like a judgment. I think we did a second mailing. So I would like a judgment that require whoever is in there to be out within 10 days.
Now, Your Honor, if I may.
Well, you can't represent him, ma'am. But the only reason I'm allowing you to speak is because their proof of service says you were the person that was served. But they did do a second mailing. So what is it you'd like to say, ma'am?
As far as the drug raid goes, his nephew, after he went to jail, came into the house. I've been in the room for over 2 months trying to get him out of the house, been being threatened. You know, they will not leave. As far as people living in that trailer, that was his nephew, said his nephew put on the property. Nobody was living in there. So that is completely false information.
So no one's living in there, so I have the right to be here, please.
As far as me being Jabron's caretaker, I've been Jabron's caretaker for 10 years. At the time, him and I had
fallen. He's been to court at least twice, and you've never been to court with him.
Correct. At that point, we had a falling out. I was actually caretaking for a gentleman who just passed away. I've actually been back there since, I'm trying to think, May this year. I was back there. I moved back there. And as far as me staying there, I stay there because he needs breathing treatments and whatnot, and I take care of him that way. So, and I feed him and whatnot. So,
but he's been in jail since when?
October, end of October, beginning of November.
No, if he's been in jail since October, you're not taking care of him living in a place.
I understand that is where I stay, and that is where my address is. I'm not a squatter. I don't appreciate you being rude to me because I did not do anything.
Look at that.
All I'm saying is I don't want to pull the squatters' rights, but I have been there for almost a year. I do have
the squatters' rights, ma'am. So you can stop that. But secondly, if you're the person who's been there since October and the place has been raided twice, then you seem to be the person that's responsible for that.
There's no drugs. There's no drugs found at the first raid. As far as the second raid goes, I have no idea. There is traffic. As far as the people that were there when they came to do the inspection, those were his nephews that were there in town for Thanksgiving, and we told it.
All right, Mr. Fanter, given that the defendant is not present and he does not have representation present, anybody with the legal authority to represent him on his behalf, he has been properly served with the notice to quit based on the documentation
Default
I have
time.
in the file, which indicates that he was served on December the 15th with the notice that he had 30 days to move by January 20th of 2025. Which means that if anybody was present at that particular place, they would know that as well. I'm going to grant your motion for a judgment in this case, giving them until you say what date to move, Mr. Ventura.
Get it.
10 days, which would be, I believe, February 18th.
Get out.
Sworn, Your Honor.
Yes. You swear or affirm the testimony you provided is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Everything I just said is true to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief. And I will. His lease expired. It ended on June 1st of 2024. So this 30-day notice was sent because the lease has expired. We gave him more than 30 days notice. Whoever is in there has not moved out. We'd request a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if they have not vacated the property.
Good.
Judgment for possession.
Okay, so that would have had that out in 10 days.
Then
you know what'll happen then?
The Sheriff's Department will be out on the 11th day to give you notice that you have 24 hours to move. you don't move after that, ma'am, they'll be out with the sheriff's department's might to place you and everything in the premises on the street.
Oh, she hung
Okay,
up.
thank you, Your Honor.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Now, guys, here. You want to see some foolishness? Look at this, guys. You ready for this?
A traffic crash, alleged DUI, but no arrest. It's what happened in one Bay Area neighborhood. There's body cam video and a confession, but it's still not enough to charge anyone.
In an investigation you'll see only on 10 Tampa Bay, our Jennifer Titus looks into an age-old law in The Wheel Witness.
On this Friday night in April, deputies respond to a traffic crash. Neighbors tell them the driver fled. Deputies locate the suspect just a few streets over.
Ma'am, are you okay? Yeah. All right, stop. Deputy Jenkins with the Sheriff's Office. I got to make sure you're okay. All right? What happened with your golf cart?
She admits to driving the golf cart and crashing into a parked car.
What happened? Did you not see the car or what happened?
I did not.
She says she was driving at the maximum speed.
And it happened right back there?
Yeah.
Deputies eventually take her back to the scene
She was moving.
as they check out the impact of the golf cart hitting the parked car.
Was the car originally right here?
Yeah.
And she pushed it to there?
Yeah.
Once again, deputies speak with the woman,
Let's go all the way to the back. That way we're not standing in the roadway.
telling her this time she got lucky.
Be very fortunate tonight that you're not going to jail for DUI. The only reason you're not going to jail for DUI is because we don't have anybody to place you driving that golf cart. I know you.
You hear that, guys?
That's some bullshit.
Isn't that crazy, guys? Isn't that crazy? Because you can't Okay, so I'm assuming because you can't like register a golf cart like it's a vehicle. Like if it's your, like a car, it doesn't have the same driving rules. So someone has to see you driving it, or maybe like golf carts get stolen so much down in Florida, right? You know. Look at that.
She practically
guys.
admitted she was driving it.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Saying that you drove the golf cart, but unfortunately, you can't incriminate yourself.
Neighbors in disbelief.
That's not okay.
As the
That's
deputy
ridiculous.
explains why.
The information that was relayed to me was we don't have anybody that can place her behind the wheel.
That's not
to
true.
be able.
That's not what I told him, and I told him I had a photo of her.
I wasn't.
We
out
all
here
saw her
earlier.
behind the wheel.
I can place her behind the wheel, and I can,
Every person
you can
here-
corroborate that with the 911 call, which was before anyone else.
We were saying
arrived
it
on
on the
scene.
911 call. Ma'am,
Okay.
don't drive. Don't drive away.
I was told there was no wheel witness. So because of that,
Do you guys think that this would happen if it was a guy driving? Everyone's saying the cop's an idiot. Yep.
whenever technically she's a suspect of number one, a hit and run, and also a suspect of a possible DUI. Normally, whenever that happens, our protocol is we can't bring the suspect back to the scene because I brought her back to the scene. I can't move forward with a DUI.
She did get a criminal citation for leaving the scene of a crash with property damage without giving information.
The lesson learned openly is flee the scene if you are drunk, so you get out of a DUI and hope that someone makes a mistake.
And it's not just a mistake. The criminal citation was also dropped. The
Look at
state's
that.
attorney's office
Look
tells
at that.
us that in all DUI cases in Florida, the defendant cannot be convicted without sufficient proof, independent of their confession, that a crime occurred, meaning there needs to be a real witness, someone who saw her hit the car. They say they didn't have that in this case. In a back and
Neighbors
forth of
just
the state's
said they
attorney's
did.
office, they sent us the jury rules and continued to tell us there has to be a real witness. We dug even further and found this Florida statute, which says a police officer may not arrest a person for a
What a scam.
misdemeanor not committed in his presence without a warrant.
There is one exception for an officer who is at the scene of the crash and gets reliable evidence and sees that the person might be under the influence. The event was already over and time had lapsed.
We sat down with Alfredo Garcia, a former prosecutor and defense attorney, to better understand the statute. It kind of seems like it's a get out of free jail card.
The person is, in essence,
A get out of free jail card?
immunized. What we're talking about
Hey, she's
is
a
an
reporter. She
old
doesn't have to
law
be smart.
that dates back to colonial and independence days, where you couldn't arrest unless the misdemeanor occurred in the officer's presence.
Yeah.
And somehow
Yeah.
that law,
So guys, so for all you guys who don't know, guys, there's all these old timey laws that are still on the books, right? John Carlos says, I thought Florida, serious guys, there's all these weird laws. Like for instance, guys, in Texas, if you shoot a guy below the waist, they can't get you with attempted murder. You know that, right? Because you obviously weren't trying to kill him, right? And if someone steals your horse in Texas, they can get the death penalty still to this day. And then if you shoot a guy in the back, the death penalty's on the table.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, think about how long America, dude. Giancarlo, go and look in the state you're in Mexico, and look at the law. Google the weird laws in all the states in Mexico. You guys probably have some weird laws too from like way back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they just never took them off the books. You know what I'm saying?
The modern ones are even crazy.
Yeah. But like they have one thing. There's one state where it's like illegal to own a camel.
That must be Coahuila.
Hold on, let's see. What are some old U.S. state laws? Let's see. Okay. In Alabama, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache in church. You can't put ice cream in your back pocket. And it's illegal to address as a member of the clergy unless you are one. In Hawaii, billboards are illegal. In Delaware, it's illegal to go trick-or-treating on Sundays if Halloween's on a Sunday. In Arkansas, it's illegal to mispronounce the state's name. In Connecticut, it's illegal to sell a pickle unless it bounces. What?
Is that a joke?
No. Look at that, guys. In Indiana, black cats have to have a bell around their neck on Friday the 13th. In Maryland, it's illegal to swear when you're driving. What? Hold on. Let's see. 50 bizarre laws. Okay, here we go. All right. Uh-oh. It's, let's see. Where's a good article? Yeah, here we go, guys. In Alabama, it's illegal to drive blindfolded. Look at this, guys. Look at this. In Alaska, you can't put an animal in the back of an open vehicle. So like a dog or anything else. In Arizona,
You're killing me.
Look, it's illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub. Look at this. In the 1920s, a local dam broke, flooding a rancher's home. So the rancher's donkey had been accustomed to sleeping in the bathtub, which filled with water and whisked his donkey miles away. After working to rescue the animal, the town passed a law that prohibits donkeys from sleeping in bathtubs, even though they can stand in one. In Arkansas,
Their donkeys in a bathtub.
You can't honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9 p.m. In California, it's illegal to whistle for a lost canary before 7 a.m. In Colorado, it's illegal to keep your couch on your porch. What? Because they catch fire?
That's crazy.
So there's no couch fires? The pickle, we saw that. In Delaware, you can't sell dog hair. Huh. In Florida, legal parking fees towards animals must be paid. So this includes elephants, camels, and horses. So if you're gonna park your horse, you gotta pay for parking. It said this took effect in the 1920s when Ringling Brothers Circus moved its winter show operations to Florida. In Georgia, it's illegal to live on a boat for more than 30 days. In Hawaii, it's illegal to place a coin in one's ear. This is enacted to protect the kingdom of Hawaii's coinage. In Idaho, it's illegal to sweep debris into the streets. In Illinois, it's legal for underage culinary students to drink alcohol.
What?
Interesting. So you can drink underage as long as you're a culinary
French.
student, as long as you're a cook in training. In Indiana, it's illegal to ride a horse above 10 miles per hour.
Is that a joke?
No, apparently not. It says no horse shall be driven at a speed above 10 miles per hour in Indiana due to high-speed horse races back in the day. So apparently they had a whole bunch of fast horses there. And
What about the back roads?
Huh?
What about the back roads?
Oh, I don't know. Watch them have like a radar gun for horses. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Hey, right? In Iowa, you can't throw a brick onto the highway. Well, that makes sense. You don't do that.
I know. Yeah.
What in Kansas? Tire screeching. I thought it was tree screeching. Tire screeching is banned. Make sure your gears are greased because tire screeching is unlawful. A woman cannot marry the same man 4 times in Kentucky. What? You can only marry someone 3 times. It's illegal to send a surprise pizza in Louisiana.
What?
Yeah. So an unprompted pizza is actually considered harassment in Louisiana. It's illegal to park in front of Dunkin' Donuts in Maine. Huh. In Maryland, sleeveless shirts are banned in public parks. Interesting. It's illegal to tell fortunes without a license in Massachusetts. You gotta be a licensed psychic. In Michigan, you can't sell your vehicle on a Sunday. So in 1953, they said it's unlawful to sell, trade, or buy motor vehicles on Sunday due to religious reasons. In Minnesota, dirty tires are banned. Well, that makes sense because these guys go out mudding and then put all this crap on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mississippi new nutrition labels cannot be enforced. Look at that in Mississippi. No wonder everyone's so fat and out of shape in Mississippi.
Too much wellboard.
In Missouri, bear wrestling is banned.
Who will wrestle a bear?
Hey, if they freaking do it in Russia and in Dagestan, you know what I'm saying? They sit there wrestling bears. It's illegal to give a rat as a present. It's unlawful to raise, sell, or give away rats except as food for reptiles, birds of prey, or both. In Nebraska, you can't get married if you have a venereal disease. I can't believe half the chicks in Vegas are married then, right? Look at that. It's unlawful to pick up seaweed on the beach in New Hampshire. It's outlawed carrying or picking up seaweed off the beach.
In Mexico, we always pick them up to keep the beaches clean, and we used to the weeds for medical and manufacture medicine.
Oh, really? Yeah, they said here that they used to use them for fertilizer for crops. You know what I'm saying? Because of the nutrients in there. In Jersey, bulletproof vests are banned while committing a crime. So this Garden State law prohibits people from wearing a bulletproof vest while you're committing or attempting to commit a crime. If caught, a person can be charged for it. Yeah, because I remember that Jay-Z got pulled over and he had a bulletproof vest either in his car or something, and he had to plead out for it. In New Mexico, idiots are banned from voting. One law in the state of New Mexico prohibits idiots as well as insane persons convicted felonious or infamous crime for voting. Trying to knowledge this crazy law. No, hold on, guys, hold on. So there used to be idiot, meaning.
What about the lictors in New Mexico?
But I think that they might mean, because, like, you ever see Forrest Gump, Giancarlo?
Yeah.
So, like, I think he was classified as an idiot. You know?
Just because he went against a bunch of dirty hippies.
No. But they actually mean that as an IQ classification. Like, you're just, this person's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Because he was slow. You know what I'm saying? Because he was slow. He was, you know what I'm saying? So I think that that's what they mean. That slippers are banned after 10 p.m. in New York. Man, they should be arresting like 3/4 of these 304s. But anyways, guys, all right, let's do this here. We'll switch gears, guys, and then I will end this early because I got to be up early tomorrow. But yeah, guys, let's do this quick here. Let's do this. And guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream.
That's the sound of the police.
I appreciate you guys being here. I really do. Guys, all right. So it's Happy New Year if they bust a car window. What do we say if they bust a house window? Have we ever seen that? Look at this, guys.
You got a warrant.
You are liar.
Huh? Step outside. Your keys are out here. Here, I'll give them to you.
That's a screw.
How you gonna run from the cops and slam the door with your keys in the
You stupid woman.
I'm not lying to you. You can go and get it over with. You got a bond.
You're demonic.
What's that?
You're demonic.
I'm what?
You're a
Okay. Send me another.
I'm back, dude.
Ebony, come out. You
Good,
got
buddy.
a warrant. Ma'am, who is she related to you? Okay, she has a warrant. I don't know why she has to act like this every time. I mean, we're gonna boot the door. Hey, we're gonna boot your door. Do you want to try to call her and just try to tell her before we kick her door in?
Are you family to Ebony?
She's a cousin. She's trying to call her and tell her, but
Have her come out. We're gonna go in there and grab her. I don't want her to get hurt. Okay? I'm gonna watch it back till we get somebody.
she's right here behind the pane glass.
Oh, okay.
Go.
She's videoing and doing everything else. She's standing right here, and I jumped out and was like, Ebony.
Just keep it on her. I don't want her running out of the back.
Ebony, coming out. You got a warrant.
I was just going to take her to the store to get some food.
Oh no.
With a name like Ebony, you wonder what color she is.
Giancarlo, dude, you don't have a weird laugh. Did you ever see Revenge of the Nerds? Where they're like, when they laugh on Revenge of the Nerds? Dude, I actually knew a guy that would laugh like that. Every time he would laugh. Dude, stop!
Back in high school in 2022, they told me to shut up because they said my laugh was similar to the Joker.
Oh, they're just haters, man. Did you guys ever see? Hold on, weird. Laugh TV show. Did you ever see where all those people had weird laughs? Hold on.
Vous êtes célibataire, c'est pas à cause de votre rire.
J'espère pas.
Non.
Let's just laugh. These are their laughs. Jesus Christ on the cross.
Beavis and Butthead look like normal guys compared
I know,
to them.
right? Can you imagine that being your laugh, dude? What is going on? Hold on, guys. Hold on. There's one thing I want to show you really fast. Instagram. Let's see here. One second, guys. Oops. One second, guys. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, guys. Guys, let's go back in time. All right, let's jump into a DeLorean, right? Okay, and get the flux capacitor, right? Guys, look, this is when they first allowed women to be in bars in Australia, right? Look at this. They interviewed guys, right? Watch.
It's met with no reaction. Do you object to me being served alongside you here, sir? Do you object to people like me walking in and having a drink here amongst you?
Well, that's not the objection, but I think myself that the place for women is the saloon, bar, or the lounge.
Why? What's wrong with us? We're not doing you any harm in here.
Well, I mean, if I want to talk or swear or something like that, and there's a woman standing behind me, you can't, can you?
Why?
You just don't. You can't or don't. Do it that way.
All right, sir. I'm sorry I took your place, I think, when I pushed in.
Yeah, but...
Of course you did. Of course you just sat in front of it. He had his beer there. She just sat down, right? Look at this.
You're not getting me.
You don't mind me being here, do you?
Do you guys see? His beer was right there. She sat in his spot at the bar. Do you guys see this? He must have gone to pee or whatever. She sits down, right? And then just starts, hello, why don't you like me there?
Just like a woman.
Clown world.
I do.
Why?
Because you don't shout. You're only drinking water.
Well, I'm drinking water because I'm working, but I don't mind you drinking beer.
So why?
See, guys? I. Me. My. All the other blokes there are having a good time. Crikey, right?
Why should you be next to me?
Yeah.
Well, you'd feel happier if there was a man next to you, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I don't mind you.
Well, watch. Nowadays, he would get canceled, but this is 1974, right?
It's just women in general, is it?
Oh, I love them all. I can say F's and B's and C's.
See, and now, before she walked in, guys were saying whatever they want to be in, guys. But the moment that a chick walks in, right, us guys have to be on watching our P's and Q's, because if she gets offended, she's going to burn the whole place down. You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
In here, where there's only men.
You think women are going to be shocked by your language? That's why you don't want them in here.
Yes.
Well, let me put it this way. We put a restraint on ourselves.
You're afraid of women.
It's right there, guys. Right there. Right there, guys. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Guys, I'm going to do a whole live on stuff like this. Giancarlo, Larry. Guys, do you see this? This is the reasoning where they say, oh, men are intimidated by women. Because, guys, we have to treat these 304s with kids' gloves, right? How many times, guys, put a 1 if you heard a girl, why do you talk to me differently than you talk to your friends? Because we don't have to treat our friends with kids' gloves, right? Guys, so Giancarlo and I are cool, right? Well, even though he's cool and I'm cool and we're friends, if he knows that if we disrespect each other enough, we're going to start fighting. That's how it works. Whether it's your dad, your brother, your cousin, your best friend, your college professor, if he's a man and you guys start disrespecting, you're going to fight. Also, because of that, we know that there's a rule, but we also have a certain amount of respect that we earn through actions. Women demand that, and then when men limit themselves to not hurt women's feelings, they're saying that they're afraid. This is the same thing as saying, I'm a lawyer, I'm a successful woman, men are afraid of me. Just because a person chooses not to deal with you doesn't mean that they're afraid of you. How is this woman that can't beat this man's ass telling him that he's afraid? What kind of stupid, moronic, knuckleheaded, idiotic, goofball question is that? the most ridiculous guy. I haven't watched this whole thing, guys. But look at this. And all this is saying is that we know that if we speak the way that we speak, and guys, you guys remember, guys, put a 1 if you remember this. Men need to watch what they say about women and watch the language that they're using when there's no women around. So they're just they're assuming that we're saying bad stuff when there's no one around because they think we're all trash anyways. B, that's thought policing. That's thought crime. This isn't North Korea, right? Guys, have you ever heard a man say, well, these women need to watch what they say about us men when there's no men around? Think about the insanity of that statement. To say that the moment there's no women around, men are just going to go to just saying crazy stuff about them. Absolutely insane. Steve said, do your James Bond. There are times where you have to give a woman a smack. You try to give her the last word, and she won't stop. And then you have to give her a smack. But you don't use a closed fist. Oh, no.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Lit up.
Well, you must be afraid of us hearing your language.
You'll do it.
Well, that's met with no reaction. Do you object to me being served alongside you here, sir? Do you object to people like me walking in and having a drink here amongst you?
Well, that's not the objection, but I think myself that...
So yeah, guys, right there. Women want to be in men's spaces, but they don't want to adapt to the environment. They want the environment to adapt to them. And then, hey, John Carlo, you know what happens then, right?
Yes.
All these blokes, Roy, right?
Yeah.
There's gonna be 2 or 3 chicks, and then you're gonna see this guy not show up. And then the guy next to him is not going to show up next week. And then the guy next to him is not going to show up, et cetera, until this bar goes out of business. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I have a story. Back in high school, it was late 2023. It was my last year. I remember I was walking with my friends, and then I stopped and sit under one of the trees. All these girls who are cringe, from freshman year that have lots of fruity friends. Well, these girls, when they saw me with my friends, one of my friends, just like the other time I spoke that I was sitting with my friend talking about, cars, workout and that kind of stuff. They thought we were, like a puffy, just, but this time I was alone, and one of those 3 guys that was friends with one of those girls, that creep touched me, and I respond, and let's say at the end he ended up with a black eye because he did something that he should never have done. SA.
Yeah,
I went to
the thing is though, is like nowadays, like I don't know why. Okay, your generation has this thing about boundaries, dude. And I honestly think that it's because a lot of guys your age, guys, put a 1 if you believe that not enough millennials and Gen Z guys have had their asses kicked. I'm serious, right? Guys, there is an age now, and Giancarlo, you probably grew up in this, where you get punished with people who stand up to bullies get punished. The bullies don't get punished. Those that have been bullied and stand up actually get punished. It's insane. So yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you stood up for yourself. So.
Yeah. It wasn't so bad. I mean, one of my nerd friends was acting as my lawyer in the principal office, and I got off easy.
Yeah, but at the same time, you shouldn't have been in trouble in the first place. You were just defending yourself.
I don't Dan, I can't stand the LHTV nonsense. That's what pushed me to become a far-right radical.
But the thing is like, it's so weird that I think Andrew Wilson, he was saying, he made a good point about why is it that like the wokey wokes comfort level and perception of harm is the default and not everyone else's, right? So let's just say like there were those Armenian parents in California that basically shut down the school board meeting because they were talking about the LDHD TV books, right?
Yes.
Why is it though 2 or 3 parents that say their kids are LDHD TV? Why is their comfort level override everyone else in the schools? It makes no sense, you know? So, anyways.
Shepard, take the back.
I can't see her now, but hey, go out back. There's like it's like 10 by not even. Were you coming here to get her?
Yeah, she
I
was.
was going to take her to the car store.
Hey, Red Door. Yeah, you are correct. But Red Door, this is a distinctly like Western thing, right? It's a Western, like white, black thing. Because once again, if you've ever been to like a Vietnamese cookout, a Mexican cookout, a Samoan cookout, whatever, a Russian cookout, all the men are in the garage smoking cigars and playing dominoes. A Jamaican cookout, all the women are in the dining room, you know, talking mess about their husbands, doing them, whatever. Men and women, it's only been the last like 40 years, 30 years that men and women have actually hung out as friends like that. In high school, boys and girls had different PE classes, different. They would go to regular class, but most of the time they would spend apart. They didn't even date in like the 50s or the 60s. You would see guys would hang out with their guy friends. They didn't have any girlfriends. Girls would hang out with their girlfriends, and then they would get married. Then they had couple friends. Well, other than that, the guys hung out with the guys. My dad had no female friends. My mom had no male friends. I would never see my mom going to hang out with a dude who wasn't my dad. And my granddad and grandma sure as hell didn't have friends of the opposite sex. Absolutely insane.
I didn't know this was going on.
I think we just randomly saw her. She's got warrants she's got to deal with.
I think she doesn't believe she does, but she does.
Is her keys there?
So she had them in the door, and she slammed the door. And when I was talking to her and trying to keep eyes, she opened the door, took them out, and slammed the door again. So.
Okay. I don't want to break her door. She's got like a couple minutes. I don't want to shatter her front door glass, but we'll take that side door.
She can't get a hold of her?
She's trying. Do you know the code to get her house so I don't have to break the door? Okay.
She could tell her that she could just come out. She has a bond. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's she has 2 warrants. I'm pretty sure they're $1,000 bond each. She could bond out in an hour. Instead of breaking her door, her getting another charge, and having to sit on her warrants, like she could just answer the door, go get it over with, and be out. Sorry you had to get drug into this, but.
Trying to help you, they gonna break the door.
Tell her you'll bond her out. I just don't want her front door to get jacked up. And if I do take the side window, I just want to be able to get my hand in there and unlock the front door. Yeah. Glass is gonna go everywhere.
Can anybody hear her? Is that only Shepard in the side that he's at?
She's in there. She was standing right here when I pulled up. And she was standing right here. I pulled up. I was like, Ebony, come here. And then she turned and ran right to the door. I said, Ebony, you got a warrant.
We're going to try to go in.
Is it a lock like that?
Oh. Hey, there's a solution, guys. Call the Ponytail Patrol. Yay!
I'm not gonna cut my arm.
Let's go! Get the ram! Let's go!
Ebony, Sheriff's
Let's
Office!
go!
Door. It's your last chance. You got 2
Hold on, guys.
It's time!
Let's go. Let's go. That's a tough door.
Open the door!
Just break the glass.
Open the door!
Looks expensive.
Happy New Year, guys. Let's go.
You just hit me with my door! Turn around! Turn around! My hands are up. Turn around. He just hit me with the door. Turn around. What do you turn around? Wait.
Is she not wearing any clothes? What's going on here?
She's a beat up.
You have 2
Ugh.
warrants, Evan.
Oh my gosh. Guys. Look.
Disgusting. Tattoos and the bull ring. Disgusting. My eyes.
Guys.
My eyes.
Yo, guys, look at this. Look at this, guys. This is like the Street Fighter 2 Turbo M Bison of 304s. Look at this. The bull ring, the tattoos. Look at that, guys. You said I just threw up.
Look like Noki, the rat from South Park.
Yuck.
Just broke in my house. Okay. Ma'am, could you please take me away? Because so these people can stop holding me. They're rapists. You got a warrant. They are rapists. Let's get it. They are rapists. Because they want to put me with they sick ass sugar babies. Look at them. That's the first one that came to my house. Okay. That's the first one that came to my house.
Look at those evil eyes, man. I hope you guys have gloves on.
Come on, keep walking. Me and you can talk, but they keep telling me to keep walking every time we try to talk. We'll talk in the car, okay? We ain't gonna talk nowhere. Okay. We ain't gonna talk nowhere. I'm sick of this home invasion shit. He don't even act like he giving me no instructions. He don't just like the motherfucker that showed up. Stop pushing me. Okay. Sergeant, what's your name? Rodriguez. With the glasses? Yes. He's a just like his partners. Just like his partners.
Ponytail has some cakes, man.
I can't watch him.
See if there's someone we can call to lock her house.
Okay. Thank you, officer.
You're welcome. We're gonna try to get her some mental help. It's just.
She needs Baker Act.
For sure, yeah.
Can you imagine being her neighbor?
Horrible.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Got some mental issues going on.
She gets dangerous out here, let me tell you.
Yeah, she has 2 warrants, so hopefully those warrants will help her get some mental help through the.
It won't. Guys,
the
only help that this knucklehead would understand. This is Florida, man, straight up.
Looks nice for us, for a hood.
No. This is a nice area. This is an expensive house. Look at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 car garage. This is a nice house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this woman does to live in this neighborhood, but you don't have these old white people living in this house like this in the hood. This is a nice neighborhood.
The court system.
Like I said, you could take the hood. I mean, you can take the rat out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the rat.
We've been this route before for 7 years. But
Yeah.
we're scared to even walk around in front of her yard.
Okay. We're gonna try to help out.
Guys, it's locked now.
It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked now. Dude, leave me alone.
Do you want phone numbers out of your phone?
Leave me alone.
Do you want phone numbers out of your phone?
You are a racist, Sheriff. What's your name?
Do you know your phone number?
What's your badge name? What's your badge number? What's your name?
I can't talk. So
What's your name? What's your badge number?
Maybe you can try to talk to her. You're a racist. You're a racist. You're a racist. So I try to get her some phone numbers, but Sarge, you good?
Oh, you're good.
I'm gonna take off. Thanks, guys.
That's gonna be a long ride back to the station, guys. Yeah, Rich. That's what I was thinking. A housing voucher, right? Yeah. It's a nice neighborhood, and they let these housing vouchers happen, and these hood rats move in. You know what I'm saying? Either hood rats or meth heads. You know?
Don't miss the turn. Turn right here. Don't try to go to some back road. What's your name? What's your name, Now you just going real close to nothing.
And I know there's something
peace. Look at that peaceful. You have no idea. I'm serious. I got the 20-year restraining order against her.
Yes.
She tripped a lady walking down the street with the dog. Tripped her, an old lady.
Oh, wow.
And the old lady wouldn't press charges because
She was afraid.
she was
She
afraid.
would retaliate because
She
she's
attacked
dangerous.
my 13-year-old
she
son
has-
that walked by. She attacked him.
Yeah. She has misdemeanor warrants. Hopefully that will help.
It won't.
Mandate she gets
It won't.
like mental help.
She can get her sister or somebody to make her act her. We can't do it.
Yeah. No. Hopefully that'll help the court system pressure her into some mental help. Obviously, we know she's not the criminal of the year, but you know we want to get her mental help. So
I know.
that's our
and
goal.
she does need it. She needs to be
Yeah,
on
she does.
medication. We all agree on that.
Yes.
But you have no idea what it's like to live and the names. If we called her one thing,
Yeah.
though, compared to what she calls us, would have had our butts hauled out of here.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking nice. I walk out, walking up and down the street.
She's
screaming out at me,
Walking.
cussing me out.
I'm sorry you guys have to deal with that. Hopefully this will help the court system push her into mental health court. So
Well, thanks, guys.
And,
Appreciate
oh,
it.
Thank you, guys.
no problem.
They caught her up at Publix last time she got arrested. So.
Yeah.
Did you have to make her
Somebody-
get dressed? Because
somebody-
she usually runs around naked.
She
if
was-
you
Look
do
at
was
that,
luckily
guys.
one-
They said she usually runs around naked. Damn.
So the deputies, he tried to stop her from going in the house. She inevitably made it into the house,
That's
but
what I thought. They caught her up at Publix last time she got arrested. So.
yeah.
Nice house.
Now, it can be a tense and dangerous situation when police are chasing a woman.
I'm what?
However, the officer was patrol. He obviously, because you have the right.
He was charged with obstruction and resisting arrest. She is innocent unless proven guilty in a court.
So, anyways, guys. But all right, you guys, make sure that you sub to my second channel, guys.
Because I did nothing wrong.
I'd appreciate that, guys. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subs over here. So make sure, guys, you are subbed. I will be live over here tomorrow, guys, at 10. We're going to do airport videos over here. I'm going to shut this down a little early, guys, because I have to get up early tomorrow. But, guys, join the Discord, which I'll drop the link to. I'll drop a video here later on the night, guys. And yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And guys, in the Discord, look for the discount code for merch tomorrow. Okay? All right, guys. Have a good one.
Goodbye, brother.
Bye, Giancarlo. Have a good one.